football players, thank you for your hard work, dedication, and passion on and off the field. You've inspired your teammates, led by example, and represented the Stallions with pride and sportsmanship. Every tackle, touchdown, and victory has been built on your commitment and heart. To our cheerleaders, thank you for bringing energy, spirit, and school pride to every game and event. Your enthusiasm lifts our team and our crowd, making every Friday night brighter. Your hard work and positivity truly make a difference. To our band members, thank you for the rhythm, the music, and the memories. From halftime shows to pet rallies, your talent and dedication fill our stands with Stallion pride. You are the heartbeat of every game night. Tonight we celebrate your accomplishments, your leadership, and the legacy you leave behind. As you move on to new adventures, remember, once a Stallion, always a Stallion. Congratulations, seniors of 2025. Thank you for everything you've given to South Columbus High School. And we will begin with our football players. Number 3, Caden Batten. Caden will be escorted tonight by his mother, Regina Johnson, and grandma, Brenda Batten. He plans to attend East Carolina University and pursue a degree in sports management. Number 52, Jess Beck. He will be escorted by his mother, Amy Cox, his father, Eddie Beck, and sister, Erin Beck. He plans to attend UNC Pembroke and pursue a degree in nursing. Number 58, Xavier Bellman. He will be escorted by his mother, Shalonda Elmore, and stepdad, Will Elmore. He plans to attend Southeastern Community College and pursue a degree in business. Number 20, Nazir Bryant. He will be escorted by his mother, Ashley Bryant, Grandma Gertha Bryant, and great-grand Gertrude Johnson. He plans to attend college at UNC Pembroke and is undecided at this time. Number 10, Briar Johnson. He will be escorted by his mother, Katie Johnson, and sister, Skylar Johnson. He plans to attend Brunswick Community College and pursue a degree in business and play baseball. Number 4, Cameron Johnson, and number 62, Jakai Johnson. They will be escorted by their uncle, Edward Gerald, Aunt Joetta Gerald. Cameron plans to attend Southeastern Community College, and Jakai plans to attend North Carolina Central. Cameron is undecided at this time, while Jakai plans to pursue a degree in criminal justice. Number 24, Cole Dove. Escorted by his father, Russell Dove, and mother, Billy Dove. He plans to attend Southeastern Community College and is undecided at this time. Number 2, Jalen Hubbard. He will be escorted by his Aunt Daisy Brooks, Uncle Alexander Brooks, grandfather Ernest Hubbard, and Aunt Alexis Brooks. He plans to attend Southeastern Community College in the fall. Number 1, Nasir Hutchinson. He will be escorted by his mother, Frida Hutchinson, and sister, Quia Gerald, and her husband, Derek Bellamy. He plans to enroll in the United States Army. Number 9, Easton McPherson. He will be escorted by his father, Travis McPherson, and mother, Susan McPherson. He plans to attend Southeastern Community College and pursue a degree in electrical engineering. Number 5, Rylan Norris. He'll be escorted by his father, Tim Strickland, and mother, Karen Strickland. And he plans to attend Southeastern Community College this fall, or next fall. Number 55, Baxton Sellers. He'll be escorted by his mother, Robin Brown, and father, Buddy Sellers. He plans to attend Southeastern Community College and pursue a career with Duke Energy. Number 72, Elijah Stamper. He'll be escorted by his father, Brian Stamper, mother, Kimberly Stamper, brother, Maverick Stamper, and sister, Lou Stamper. And he plans to attend Wake Forest University. Number 7, Logan Todd. He is escorted by his father, Ryan Todd, his wife, Catherine Todd, and mother, Charmaine Bryant, with plans to attend Southeastern Community College. Number 75, Davion Williams. He is escorted by his father, Aaron Williams, and mother, Stephanie Williams, with plans to attend North Carolina A&T and play for North Carolina A&T football. And number 81, Oscar Valdez. Escorted tonight by his father, Oscar Valdez, mother, Rosa Valdez, brother Edgar Valdez, and sister Andrea Valdez. He plans to attend Cape Fear Community College and study construction management. Thank you, senior football players and parents. We will now recognize our 2025-2026 senior cheerleaders. Miss Brooklyn Benton. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Jessica Benton, and grandmother, Nancy Benton. She is undecided with her plans after graduation.
Miss Azariah Bush. She is escorted tonight by her grandparents, Belinda and Rick Simmons. She is planning to attend the University of Charlotte after graduation. Miss Carly Cluis. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Heather Cluis, and her grandfather, Tommy Squires. She plans to pursue a degree in the medical field after graduation. Miss Ariana Garnica Medellin. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Angelica Garnica, and her father, Louis Garnica. She plans to attend Southeastern Community College or UNCW to pursue a degree in nursing after graduation. Miss Kayla Hayes. She is escorted tonight by her grandparents, Donna and Mark Hayes. She plans to pursue a degree in nursing from UNCW after graduation. Miss Maya Johnson. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Liddell Scott, and her father, Tyrone Johnson. She plans to join the United States Air Force after graduation. Miss Zacchasia Jenrette. She is escorted tonight by her mother, Lily Stevens, and father, Nate Jenrette. She plans to attend the United States Army after graduation. Miss Carmen Williams. She is escorted tonight by her grandmother, Evangeline Williams, and her father, Charles Williams. She is undecided about her future plans after graduation. Congratulations to our senior cheerleaders and their parents. And now for our band and color guard seniors. Miss Anaya Bellamy. She will be escorted by her mother, Nicole Farmer. She plans to attend Johnson & Wales University and pursue a career as travel chef and have multiple restaurants. Mr. Tommy Floyd. He plans to join the United States Air Force after graduation. Miss Morgan Gore. She is escorted by her father, Ricky Gore. She plans to attend UNC Pembroke to study history education 9 through 12. Miss Naisha Goodson. She will be escorted by her mom, Bridget Goodson, and her sister, Tyasia Goodson. She is undecided on what college she will attend, but her plans is to study criminal justice. Miss Zakasia Jenrette. She'll be escorted by her mother, Lily Stevens, and her father, Nate Jenrette. And she will be joining the United States Army. Mr. Jensen Mitchell. He will be escorted by his mother and father, Gina and Sean Mitchell. He is undecided on his college and career plans. Miss Michaela Moore. She will be escorted by her mother, Dorothy Shipman, and her father, Dante Smith. She is undecided on her college of choice, but her plans is to study political science and pursue a congressional position. Miss Haven Norris. She will be escorted by her mother and father, Jeff and Tammy Norris. She plans to attend Southeastern Community College to study horticulture. Miss J.C. Waters. She'll be escorted by her mother, Christy Waters. She is undecided on college plans, but plans to attend college to pursue a career in music education. Congratulations to our band and color guard seniors, and that concludes our senior night activities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, it's time for Friday Night Football here on the... Can you hear me? Test.
Can you hear me?
A little bit.
All right, just a little. Oh, we got an actual horse out there, guys.
Hey, Jeff. We're having trouble hearing each other.
We have a horse.
Thunder in the house.
Wow. I wonder if it'll do like the little rear up kind of thing. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, big?
We can't hear each other.
Oh, you can't hear each other.
No. Which probably a good thing, but it's okay. Oh, can people back home hear us?
Yeah, because we're not getting any.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me as it comes?
Test.
I can talk. I can't hear. Am I plugged in kind of thing? Yeah, I'm plugged in there. We're live too. So people back home can hear us trying to clear out these technical difficulties. But, I mean, if we have to do it like this, we can.
I can give you a couple words, but I can hardly hear myself.
Yep, that's okay. Just as long as people back home can hear us, I'm sure they're tuned in. Oh, I'm glad to stay.
Who's the musical group of the night?
I don't know.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Do we need to take the...
Hello.
do we need to take the 1 out of 6?
We're live. Yes, Shirley Price can hear us.
Hello?
Thank you, Shirley,
Hello?
for chiming in. David Harris can hear me. Rochelle Griggs, if you can hear me.
Hello?
Me and Mr. Tobin just can't hear each other. That's okay, though.
How you doing?
Hello,
you can start to hear
darling.
me a little bit now.
Nice to see you.
Hello?
I can hear you a little bit there. Can you hear me a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. All right, we're getting it, guys. We're fine-tuning it.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I got it. Sounds good.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We got the national anthem going on now.
It's down on both.
Yeah,
It'd be nice if we were on. Yeah, once again, we're starting with a crosstown rivalry. Again, hometown, small town, football means crosstown rivalries, Halloween week going into the holiday season. And something just seems right when you can come home and you can watch a South Columbus Whiteville game. and these two teams are battling for a conference championship.
Yeah, well, over the years and the 30-some years that I've been following South Columbus and coaching and stuff like that, there's never been any love lost between these two schools. They respect each other, but it's just the idea that it's the Stallions. Whiteville really don't like Stallions, and Stallions really don't like Wolfpack. But
well, like you said, real recognizes real.
Yeah,
in that, it's not a disrespect kind of rivalry.
Yeah.
It's quality programs, respect quality programs, and the fan bases are really into it, and this makes it for a good quality high school rivalry.
And when I say don't like, I don't mean they don't like the people or anything like that. They just don't. It's the schools are just so competitive against each other. You can watch volleyball here, you can watch basketball here, baseball. Anytime it is South Columbus versus Whiteville, it's like you draw the line and you just step on one side or the other. And during that game, during that night, you are on one side against another. But later on, we put our arms around each other and we're okay.
You talk junk all week, and then you come back, Saturday, and you sit in a coffee shop and you talk it up.
Yeah.
And all the old timers tell you stories of what happened when they came through in their year.
Well, what I think's funny about the whole thing, not funny, but hey, Whiteville's head coach is a former quarterback for South Columbus. So that shows, what these things have in common and how deep it does go.
A lot of back and forth, but a good, healthy rivalry. And it's Friday night, Brett. We're going to root for South Columbus or we're going to root for Whiteville. Mm-hmm. But come Saturday morning, come Sunday, when the playoff seeding come out, we're going to be rooting for East, South, West, and Whiteville.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I agree. But like we probably got a lot of Whiteville faithful listening to the game tonight and listening to us. We got a lot of South Columbus faithful listening to the game, and they're tuned in and they're ready to see a really good football game here tonight. Talking to J.P. Price, he does have some players that had some injuries that are back tonight, so you'll see maybe a little different Wolfpack club than maybe what you have over the last couple of weeks.
It's amazing. You have these injuries and these nicks along the way, and you start getting these kids back at just the right time, Brad, as you go into conference championship season, playoff season, and it's going to be a fun November.
Yeah.
Looks like South Columbus won the toss, and they have elected to receive. They'll be defending the right goal, heading from right to left.
That's new. That don't happen much to elect to receive if you win. That doesn't happen a lot.
Not very often.
But South Columbus probably want to get their offense on the field, quick and try to march the ball down the field. South Columbus is just going to try a running game, try to run a lot of time off the clock and slow it down.
Now, Brett, is that horse the real horse, or that we saw galloping around here, or is that a sound effect?
I think that was a sound effect, but we do have a real horse running around here somewhere. So they're bringing out all the stops here tonight for the rivalry game.
Any truth Kelly Bullard's going to have you out here like Monday morning with a shovel?
No, that won't happen. I mean, that's above my pay grade there. So not that I'm too good for it.
If you look at it over there, as Whiteville takes the field.
Oh wow!
Sally is coming out with the horse.
I hope there's a video of that.
There we go.
Wow! If it does the rear up, I'm like, oh Lord.
Stallions looking to plant the flag, apparently. And here come your South Columbus Stallions taking the field.
Scare the horse.
Under the direction of Russell Dove. I mean,
wow.
It doesn't get better than this, Brett. This is high school football, high school athletics at its best. Two teams, they're staking the game right now. With championship and playoff implications going on in this game, win or lose for both teams, where they're going to play, whether they go home game. Mm-hmm. So everybody's got meat in the game.
Well, if you could measure the adrenaline on both sides, I'm sure it would be really, really high. You went through your schedule, and it comes to South Columbus or it comes to Whiteville at the end, and it happens every year. This is a tradition that they play. And somebody tomorrow is going to be able to have some bragging rights. And I don't know who it will be right now, but somebody's going to have the bragging rights tomorrow.
Price Wheatley, the senior kicker, set to kick it off for the Wolfpack. Number 2, Jalen Hubbard. And number 21, Timmy in Washington, back to receive for the Stallions. And we are underway at Vinegar Hill. Jalen Hubbard takes the kick on about the 10. Looks to take it up the right-hand side. He's got a little bit of a lane.
And he fumbled.
Fumbled, and it looks like it's recovered by the Wolfpack.
That's not good if you're a Stallion fan. So that's going to give the Wolfpack, really good field position inside the South Columbus, 30, 31.
And the Wolfpack, strong with their running backs and, does not need much of an advantage to start with, but giving the ball up on your 31 is not a good way to start the game if you're South Columbus.
You wanted the ball, you took it, so really the coin toss did you no favors there.
Leighton McLean, the quarterback for Whiteville. Hands off up the middle, takes it about 2 to 3 yards.
And probably going to be the big storyline in this game is going to be the offensive and defensive lines. So who gets the lowest? Whiteville's got a big offensive line going across the front of a relatively small South Columbus defensive front.
Savion Shipman makes it 2nd and 7.
It's like an audible out of the shot. Oh,
fumble on the play by McLean. Looks like he may have gotten just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, got it back, but here you're in 4-down territory, so that really don't hurt you as bad as it would if you were inside your own territory. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 7.
3rd and 7. McLean's got a pro set, got 2 backs in the backfield.
South Columbus has had a tough time. That was a false start there. They didn't
false start, not called.
Wow.
Pick it up.
Wow, that was missed.
Pass to the flank up to number 11, Colin Hooks.
This split end over here took off like 3 steps before the ball was.
And he wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
Whiteville 1st and 10, ball on about the 13. And, if not for a couple of breaks here and there, Brett, South could have had this thing stopped.
Yeah.
Wide left. Hand off at the middle of Shipman. Shipman takes it for about 2 or 3.
Whiteville is not going to be, as good in the passing game because their senior wide receiver, Jake Odom, he's actually hurt and not playing tonight. So that takes out a wrinkle that they usually have. So predominantly Whiteville's going to, pound and ground just like South Columbus will.
Josh Watson, Jeff Speck on the tackle. Brings up 2nd down at about 8 for Whiteville. McLean looks to audible. Shipman will move around to the right. Pitch to the outside. Good play by the defensive end. Looks like number 5 for South Columbus, Philip Smith. Got that thing stopped where it's got going. And all of a sudden, 2nd and 7 becomes 3rd and 10.
Savion Shipman there for Whiteville is held for about a 1.5 yard loss there. Going to bring up 3rd and a long 9.
Looks like twins left to start with for the Wolfpack.
I wouldn't be surprised if they run to the short side here. It's going to be a timeout. South Columbus already.
And realistically, I think, Brett, it's kind of smart if you look at what Whiteville's doing. They're rushing to the line, kind of precluding South from getting any subs in and getting a look at their defensive alignment before they look over for the audible from the coaching staff, reading the defense and, forcing South Columbus to declare what they're going to do.
Yeah. Coach Dove recognizing that, 3rd and 9 is a big down for them and wants to make sure that everybody's on the same page and hopefully can hold Whiteville here to a field goal attempt. I think if it's a long 4th down, they're going to try to kick a field goal. But if it's within 2 or 3 yards of the 1st down, I think they may go for it. But we'll see what happens after this play before we guess on what's going to happen.
Once again, we're going to start at twins left. Get 2 backs in the backfield. Looks like you have Emmanuel Kemp in the backfield.
Whiteville didn't have enough men coming out.
Kemp in the backfield with McLean. Motion left. Came back to pass.
Oh, nice play.
Almost intercepted by South Columbus. Heads up play.
Okay, what happens here? I'm going to say they're going to put it on their foot of their kicker here because they have a pretty good kicker. But, Probably Coach Price wants that touchdown.
Philip Smith with a great deflection in the end zone, Brett. Almost got his hands on it, and Stallions almost got the deflection as well.
I'm sure, I guess Coach Price is saying, if we don't come out with a touchdown, we didn't achieve what we wanted to achieve. But right here, watch Whiteville try to draw South Columbus offsides here. That's a traditional play, 4th down.
Got trips left for the Wolfpack. Got 2 covering 3 right now. McLean all the way back to about the 35, 40-yard line. Chucks it up there. And it is intercepted by the Stallions.
He should have went down in that. He should have went down in the end zone, Kevin.
And that is the one mistake. Bringing it out of the end zone, Brett, cost the Stallions about 17 yards.
Yep.
Now they got the ball in the 3 as opposed to the 20.
I mean, you got to know that as a defensive back. If you get a interception in the end zone, especially a Hail Mary play, you just got to go down with it because it's going to give you about 20 yards. I really don't know who had the interception, but
Stallion defense up to the task, Brett. Bend but don't break. Stallions give up the ball early and do not have to pay for it. Inside handoff.
Yeah, so now South Columbus is going to try to dig themselves out of this hole here. Gain of about a half a yard there.
Briar Johnson picks up about a half yard, making it 2nd and 9 and 9 1/4, we'll call it. But again, Brett, Stallions fumble the ball early. I think for all the world, Whiteville's going to come away with some points. Big morale booster for the Stallions, even though they're backed up, to come away with no points on the scoreboard.
South Columbus does have Jackson Green back at quarterback.
Inside handoff for the Stallions.
It's going to be 2nd and about 7, and Kevin, I'll be safe to say that this is not 4-down territory here.
Probably not. Logan Todd with the carry for the Stallions picks up about 2, makes it 3rd and 7 for the Stallions.
Wouldn't be surprised if you don't try to see Easton McPherson go around the outside here. They've been very successful with that.
Is backed up here. Do you risk a pass at this end?
I don't think so, but
counter for the Stallions, picking it around the corner. Does he have enough real estate?
What'd I tell you? I told you.
He has just enough real estate, and he will pick up a Stallion 1st down, Brett.
Didn't I just say McPherson around the end? Okay, all right. See, I do know what I'm talking about, guys.
Brett has ESPN, everybody. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's not right.
It's going to bring up a Stallion 1st down and digs them out of a hole.
Big news, Stallions, fans getting them out of the hole, it's a real big difference, 4th down inside your own 20 as opposed to 1st down on your 24.
South doing a good job of mixing it up right now.
Inside handoff once
Not
again.
much there, though.
Brett, I'm going to be honest with you right now.
That counter was blown up in the backfield.
And I'll tell you why, Brett. If you look at the Whiteville alignment, there is no safety on this field right now.
Okay.
Everybody was within 7 to 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
I guess they're daring
they're down Jackson Green
to throw it. They know he's hurt, and that's got to hurt him a little bit when it comes to passing, even though it's not his passing hand.
But if you get a chance, look at this defensive alignment by Whiteville right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're daring them to run it.
Backside counter once again.
He found a seam.
Finds a seam, picks up the lost yardage plus 1 or 2, make it 3rd and 8. I mean, folks, if we can get a wide shot of this, you'll watch the safety roll up. He's about the depth of an inside linebacker.
But as a coach, you've got to see that, and you've got to, make them pay for having 11 literally in the box.
Even if it's incomplete, just try to get them as far,
a good
to back them
good
up.
Time to maybe sneak a back out of the backfield and a pass here, because usually those safeties don't pick up backside of the backfield.
Stallions started this drive, Brett, on their 3, now on the 25, 3rd and 8. If nothing else, they got out of the corner of their end zone. Russell Dove calling his 2nd time out of the 1st quarter, Brett, with 6:13 to go.
Evidently did not like what he had there, which, can be negative. Only leaves him with won this half with 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I understand you can't take them home with you, Brett, but still.
Yeah, you'd like to have them for at least the 2nd quarter, but You know, I'm sure there was something there that he saw and he wanted to correct it and didn't want anything more negative to occur. But, you know, like I said, 3rd and 7, you got to get it here. You got to punt it away. You can't give Whiteville the ball back on your own.
While we have a break here,
30-yard
I'd
line
like to
again.
announce that tonight's game is brought to you by Sweet Heat Barbecue Sauce. Mac Daddy's Mac Daddy's Barbecue Sauce and Sweet Heat Barbecue is bringing you tonight's football game here on the Columbus County Sports Network.
Yeah, Mac Daddy, they do some catering, barbecue, and country cooking out of Whiteville. I had some at the Yam Festival. Really good barbecue.
3rd and 8, Brett. What are you calling here?
I mean, maybe McPherson around the end again.
Backside counter,
Well,
swallowed
you shouldn't
up.
have called that because that definitely didn't do anything.
I think, honestly, running into the short side of the field is kind of rough at this point, especially if they're bringing those.
Well, I mean, the running back really didn't have nowhere to go because the defensive lineman blew that up and we're in the backfield. You got to do something to try to, punish these down linemen from getting upfield, maybe like a trap play or something like that. But
Corey Faison back deep to receive for the Wolfpack. 5:42 to go here in the first. High snap corralled by the punter.
nice punt, though.
Getting a punter's roll.
Yeah, nice.
Peter called by Whiteville.
Wow.
Ball's going to roll all the way to the Wolfpack 39. We'll be down by South Columbus and Cody. And
You couldn't ask for much
Phillips
better
Smith.
if you're a South Columbus fan there. That was a really good punt. That was what? That was
from about
30,
about the 23 or
25.
something, yeah. So about 27.
So add that up or subtract
about
that.
39 yards.
Okay, all right. We'll take a 39 to 40-yard
Which
punt.
is not bad in high school football.
I can do it in the
Brett, we
backyard.
started this game with a fumble on the opening kickoff. You thought for all the world this would be 7-0 right
Yep.
now. Not to mention the fact you thought with South Columbus backed up to their 3.
I'm still surprised they did not go for the field goal there, just to get some points on the board, set a precedent.
McLean hands off once again to Savion Shipman. Shipman takes the ball up for about 3 or 4.
But, Coach Price has got to have faith and confidence in his offense, knowing that, that he's got to think that they're going to score a lot of points by going for it in that situation. A 3-0 ball game is good if you think it's going to be a defensive struggle. So he's probably thinking it's not going to be a defensive struggle.
C.J. Joseph with the tackle for South Columbus makes it 2nd and 6. Stallions creeping up a linebacker. Yeah, and McLean running for his
That's
life.
a hold. Good
Got a
God.
hold. Yeah.
Good gracious.
And intercepted by the Stallions. Number 2, Jalen Hubbard with the Stallions' second pick of the first half.
I guess Hubbard made up for that fumble he had on the opening kickoff with that interception. But
Hubbard,
Whiteville's
Hubbard everywhere on defense.
Whiteville's quarterback just throws it up. I don't really know what he was thinking there. I'm sure Coach Price is not going to like that. Son, if you don't have anybody, throw it out of bounds or whatever.
And honestly, Brett,
that's on first down, too.
It honestly looked like the same play from the other side, Brett,
Yeah.
the 4th down play.
Yeah.
You're chucking and ducking when you're better, sometimes just to lose the yardage and come back and fight again another day.
I can see that throw maybe on 3rd down. If he intercepts it, so what? But, on first down, that's just a mistake by the Wolfpack there.
Stallion defense came to play, Brett. It's their second, they've turned them over twice now, 2-over battle now favoring the Stallions. 4:45 to go in the first. Our score is 0-0. Stallions with the ball on their 39. And we were just here a few seconds ago. Green back to pass. Just overthrows the receiver. Intended for number 11, Preston Dager.
I like that play, but I would rather see him throw that play, going to the right side because he threw against the grain there, and he really couldn't get anything on it.
We were just here, brother, just a few,
we
short
were.
plays ago.
We were.
Stallions 2nd and 10. But I like the fact, though, they're at least challenging that secondary of Whiteville. You've got to back them off the line of scrimmage. Stallions sweep around the corner. Nice broken tackle.
South Columbus missed a key block there. Got by number 21 there to seal that thing off on the side. Timion Washington
McPherson
could
on
not
the
make the
carry.
block.
Yeah, McPherson on the carry. Washington on the tackle for Whiteville. Now we got 3rd and 5.5, I'd say, on the Stallion 38. Time moving, Brett. A quick moving first quarter. Just under 4 minutes to go. No score on the scoreboard to the surprise of many.
It's going to be short.
By just a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to be about 4 yards short. You got to punt it away if you're
Stallions
South Columbus here.
Stallions content to play the field position game at this point, Brett, and much rather punt from here than on your own 3.
Yeah, you get another 40-yard punt here. You pin Whiteville back behind the 20, and you're hoping that's what's going to happen. I'm assuming South Columbus is going to punt here. They got to be trying to draw them off sides. Really? Well, I just don't see that, Kevin. I really don't understand that call there, but I thought maybe they're going to try to
there's a time for
jump
daring,
off sides. Go to the hard count there.
There's a time for daring and there's a time for caution, and it's a wise man who understands which is called for. It's pretty profound, isn't it?
Well, Coach Dove maybe thinks his defense has came to play the last 2 possessions, so he's going to put it on his defensive personnel again.
Stallions with already 2 interceptions in the first quarter, Brett, and once again, Whiteville with a wing right, backside handoff. He's going to take it around the corner, and that is number 12, Emmanuel Kemp.
Gain of about 5 there. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 for Whiteville.
And, I think, Whiteville, would be best suited at this point to eschew the air because the 2 times they've tried to pass it, it's been to South Columbus.
Yeah, hadn't been good for them. And, they're gaining 3, 4, 5 yards a clip. So until South Columbus can stop it, I would keep going to that bread and butter. The counter to
backside
number 2.
Counter. Stallion defense, stout.
Yeah. Actually, first tackler missed him, but, a whole herd of Stallions came in behind there and cleaned it up. And it's like about a no gain for the Wolfpack.
Davion Williams and the rest of the South Columbus line were having none of it, Brett. 3rd and a big 5, maybe 6 for Whiteville. 2:07 to go here in the first quarter. And big doings here. 2 down territory most definitely for Whiteville. But South defense so far has been up to the challenge. Unbalanced line off to the right.
Quick pitch. It's going to be a tad short, I believe. They're going to blow the whistle or what?
Yeah. I think that's a reflection of the pro game, Brett, with all the pushing and shoving and rugby scrums you see now.
No. All right, so that's going to bring up, 4th down?
4th and about 2.
2? I mean.
And I heard the tush push is illegal in high school football.
It is.
So no tushing and no pushing.
All right. I can see Whiteville trying to get South Columbus to jump off sides right here.
Backside handoff.
And
he is swallowed up by the South Columbus defense.
How about that
defense?
Briar
Johnson and his crew. Yeah.
Defensive came to play tonight. They've given up a lot of points all year, but South Columbus.
Yeah. There's C.J. Joseph once again, Briar Johnson. The Stallion defense now has 2 interceptions and a 4th down stop, all in the first quarter, Brett.
I'm sure Coach Price was thinking that the weakness of South Columbus is their defense, and that's why he does go for it on that. You got to go with the percentages.
It's the right percentage, Brett. But Stallion defense has come to life tonight.
Yeah.
C.J. Joseph's made a couple of good plays. Jalen Hubbard's made a couple of big plays.
Of course, no blocking there. I mean, running backs really can't go anywhere because that defensive line of Whiteville is just coming through, busting right through the defensive line of South Columbus. I mean, the offensive line of South Columbus.
2nd and 13 for the Stallions. Only 48 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I would not have taken 0-0 at the end of one with this game.
That was definitely not on my bingo card. I'll give you that.
Got to find a way to open up the defense of Whiteville.
Inside handoff picks up the yardage and more, maybe picks up, but one extra will be 3rd and 9.
Number 3, Caden Batten, the ball carrier. Stop by number 8, Jaden Todd.
He made a good cut up the middle, just got tackled by a shoestring there, saved a big run for Whiteville.
3rd and 12 for Stallions.
It's going to be 3rd and 7,
3rd
actually.
and 7. Yeah. Stallions, again, probably going to let the quarter run out.
Yeah.
And that is the end of one, Brett. 0-0 our score, and a lot of football to be played.
Yeah.
If you're Russell Dove, again, do you have enough time to get that pass to burn that secondary? Because they're as long as they keep bringing that safety up, you're gonna be going against an unbalanced box.
Maybe you could go to, I don't know if they got the draw in or what, but maybe you could go to a draw there with those
You're gonna call me
defensive
crazy?
line coming so quick.
You're gonna call me crazy? Naked bootleg.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I'm watching. They're keying the first the first man getting the handoff is getting swallowed up. A naked bootleg by Jackson Green, but do you put your quarterback in danger who's coming off an injury?
Well, here's my belief about playing with the injury. If you're playing with the injury, I don't think you go ahead and call the game as he is healthy. I mean, I don't think you can cut back on your number of calls just because he's got a hurt arm or whatever, because you would probably want to put somebody else in that situation. I don't think it would. I don't think it should cut back into the playbook because somebody's injured.
Okay, Stallions coming out, going from left to right. Big play now. Assuming, let's say he doesn't get it, Brett. If you're Russell Dove, do you roll the dice one more time and go for it on 4th down again?
Well, I mean, you rolled the dice last time, and it sort of paid off for you. You got the ball back. So if he thinks that his defense is up to the challenge, but, I mean, the card says do not go for it on 4th down in that situation.
Jackson Green rolls out to his right, passes. The receiver went down. Not sure exactly how he went down, but
Okay. I mean, I just think you got to punt it here, Kevin. I really do. I mean,
once bitten, twice shy, Brett.
I mean, you've only had like one play that you've gained 8 yards, so I just don't see going for it here. And I think it's a good call to go ahead and punt it away because last punch your punter kicked it 40 yards. You hope right here your punter will kick it 40 yards and hopefully try to kick it away from the return man, because I know that's what Coach Dove is a little nervous about, kicking it to Whiteville and the run back.
There's a great kick by the South Columbus punter. Going to get a nice roll. Going to roll all the way down to the Wolfpack, looks like 23-yard line, Brett.
Hey, great job. There's a flag against. That's going to be. Is there going to be a penalty against number 30 for Whiteville? Personal foul, possibly.
Personal foul against South Columbus.
Okay. No, it's not against Whiteville.
Flag down around the 43-yard line.
Look, said he hands to the face or something.
I think he's saying he pulled the face mask.
We'll see. So I'm assuming it is going to be a penalty on South Columbus. Yep, going to be a penalty on South Columbus. Can we get a call, Mr. Ref?
From what I saw, it was a face mask.
Oh, okay. So they said it was unsportsmanlike penalty against South Columbus, going to move the ball up to the Whiteville 38, starting 1st and 10.
It's a play by South Columbus, number 12, Kemp on the carry, brought down in the backfield by C.J. Joseph.
I mean, the offensive line of Whiteville has not showed up tonight because South Columbus defensive line is just giving them a clinic right now. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 14.
Joseph's hit the backfield, makes it 2nd and 14 for the Wolfpack. And I'm not sure I've seen Whiteville's offense this year look as discombobulated as they do right now.
Doesn't look like a traditional Whiteville team to me.
Yeah.
Nice recovery there for South Columbus.
Justin Ward with the reception.
4 yards for Whiteville, going to bring up 3rd and 9.
And
that's the pass that South Columbus has a tough time covering, is that short 6-7 yard pass. We've seen it all year.
Ward picks up about 5, makes it 3rd and 9. Watts on the tackle makes it a big 3rd and 9, and got to be impressed with the way Watts corralled him because he was darting all over the place.
You got to make this stop here.
Once again, McLean back to pass. Long range, just out of the receiver's hands, incomplete.
Wow.
Ward laying out for that one.
That was a nice ball. You got to you got to think that Whiteville's going to punt it away here. But they go deep and had a chance there, Kevin. Outran both defensive backs from South Columbus were burned. They were toast.
We've seen Ward make plays like that all year, Brett, just running under footballs.
Yeah.
Just a bit too long.
All right, Whiteville will punt it away. And had a lot of punts in this game, a lot of back and forth. So the penalty did not hurt South Columbus.
Almost blocked by South. Yeah.
Why would he do that? Why would he do that? That is just a crazy play.
And that's the second time Hubbard has kind of lost the ball.
He would have to come to the bench and sit there. Oh, my goodness.
If anything, you knocked that thing out of bounds.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you just...
We've seen some strange things.
So now you that's like giving Whiteville 40 yards there.
10:15 to go here in a second. 0-0
You know that you just got to let that ball just go. I mean, and even if you lose 2 or 3 more yards, let it go.
The old Peter call, Brett.
Yeah, and I know they work on that all the time at practice. So Whiteville takes over on the Stallion, what's that, 29-yard line?
29. Rounded up is number 12. Sorry, number 15, Savion Shipman. Davion Williams and Dosher on the tackle.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10, no gain on that.
Yeah, Stallion defense, I swear, Brett, playing the game with their lives right now. McLean rolling out to his right. Going to have another holding call. Yeah. He better have. McLean glad that thing was underthrown, because if not, Stallion defense was coming back the other direction with Briar Johnson on the coverage. Illegal shift, this call against Whiteville.
It's going to be what, a 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, 5-yard penalty and make it 2nd and 15 instead of 2nd and 3rd and 10. Stallion's happy to take the yardage at this point.
5-yard penalty, stops the ball back at the 33-yard line.
Did you think we'd be here, Brett, 9:30 to halftime and still no score?
No, and I go back to the choice Coach Price made to go for the touchdown instead of the field goal, because they do have really good football, a good field goal kicker over there, and I'm assuming if he gets that same situation again, seeing what the defense is playing, he's going to go ahead and try to go for 3.
Pro set for the Wolfpack. Stallion storming.
That's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete over the middle. Well covered by the Stallions. Stallions able to get home with 4 defensive linemen, Brett.
Whiteville's quarterback just missing badly there. There was nobody within 7, 8, 9 yards of that ball. I'm talking a black hat or a white hat. So it's going to bring up 3rd down here.
3rd and 15.
I don't think they got I don't think their
kicker a whole lot of plays in the playbook. Yeah.
This far. So I
don't think they have a Valdez on the other side, do they?
It's going to be 4 down territory here.
Trips right for the Wolfpack.
He's got him
Stallions
wide
content
open.
to stay home.
Oh,
Nobody's spying on McLean. McLean runs out of bounds. It's going to be short of the behind the gain.
now you got to put the ball where he started the slide. He gave him where he went out of bounds. Okay, so I don't know if Whiteville's kicker can make this kick, but looks like Whiteville's going to elect to go for it here.
Field position game, I guess 0-0. You can feel,
Again, watching drawing them off sides. I knew that was going to happen.
And
that might be Whiteville. That might be Whiteville.
It looks like it will be called against the Wolfpack. Illegal procedure against the right tackle. And
he jumped. He scared them off. And I'm sure Coach Price right there is just like,
the defense jumped and was so glad the offense decided to react.
But you're still going to go for it here on fourth and 9.
4th and 9, Wolfpack, ball on the Stallion 28.
South Columbus has risen to the occasion so far. Let's see if they can do it again.
McLean back once again.
That's
timeout called
when you clap and your head goes forward. That's supposed to be a penalty, Kevin.
Absolutely.
That's.
And I think that's what Dove's talking to the officials about right now.
Yeah, when he slap and his head goes forward, that's a penalty. I mean, you can't try to fake the defense, without the ball being snapped. And maybe the officials are saying, "Hey, we might need to look at it next time." Who knows?
Yeah, I think what they're saying, that's exactly what they're saying is, "Okay, coach, we'll get it. We'll keep an eye on it."
Yeah, but I mean,
White
unfortunately,
Hat coming back over to talk to Coach Dove.
Well, actually, the way I know that is because I was talking to a high school official today that made that call last night in a varsity game that was played earlier last night. And it was a 5-yard penalty because he said, you can clap, but you can't move your head forward and clap. So,
things you learn at this game.
Yeah.
And we're learning something new every day. 4th and 9 for the Wolfpack. Big play with 8:55 to go here in the first.
South Columbus takes their third
timeout. Big play for the Stallions, Brett. I mean, you don't want to use your timeout this early maybe, but, if South can stop them here, I mean, it's got to do them, something. 2 big fumbles, one on a kickoff, one on a punt, and if they can get away with no points here, this Stallion defense has got to be right at the sky high.
Well, one thing I'm seeing that South Columbus is doing, that their down linemen are getting through and putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and that's why there's been a lot of errant passes, because Whiteville's quarterback just hadn't been able to set his feet and make a good pass, and I'm sure Coach Dove is telling them the same thing right now. Let's get to this quarterback. He can't throw off his butt. That's the word coaches always use. They can't throw when they're laying on the ground. So watch South Columbus bring a lot of pressure. But you see when they brought the pressure a while ago, the quarterback ran to the weak side.
Trips right for the Wolfpack. Got Shipman in the backfield. Actually, I believe that's Kemp in the backfield. Nice play. Playing center field is the Stallions. Incomplete. Goes over on downs to the Stallions, Brett.
I mean, just if you're a Stallion fan, everything is pretty much you make mistakes and then your defense makes up for it. You make a mistake and your defense makes up for it. Where is it going to come when you stop that mistake so South Columbus can have better field position?
And I'll tell you something, Brett. It's a role reversal from what we've seen most of this year, where the Stallion offense has been, pulling water for the Stallion defense.
Yeah.
Stallion defense coming to play today.
Yeah.
Stallions, if they can get on track offensively, are going to be right in the thicket. It's all the way to the end.
If you're South Columbus, you want a long, sustained drive right here to hopefully maybe end this quarter.
Greenback to pass through the deep. He's got a man wide open. And
yeah, he overthrew him about 15 yards.
But I think that's the right call, bro.
Oh, yeah, I think that's there. That was there, just getting it to him.
I think the receiver stopped at the hash, and Green was thinking he was going to go right to the post.
Well, I think that was their waggle divide play. And, you try to burn teams that are not playing a deep safety with that. And it was there, just couldn't get the ball to him.
2nd and 10 for the Stallions, 8:44 to go here in the first half. Inside handoff.
And see, now that you've passed on first down, you got yourself a little hole here that you got to get it in 2 downs. So you got to be able to come up with 7 yards right here on this play, because there's no way you can go for it here on 4th down.
Johnson's carry makes it 3rd and 7. Again, time running. Stallions just need a break here or there, and they're right in the thick of things. Backside handoff to
He may have it.
Easton McPherson. McPherson rounds the corner. Big first down for the Stallions. McPherson takes it all the way down to about the 42, 43.
Yeah, that's been their best play for the night, to go around the outside there for South Columbus, and it yields a dividend of a first down.
Important for the Stallions. They're keeping that defense who's done yeoman work so far off the field. Stallions moving the clock, 7:53 to go. 1st and 10, ball in their 42. The Stallions so far, and I don't want to jinx it, but have been playing a clean ball game too.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle, maybe picks
there.
up 1.
Nothing there up the middle, Kevin. But, you make that play to set up something else.
Johnson's carry makes it 2nd and 9, 9.5.
Oh, happy Halloween, everybody. Forgot to tell you. Kevin's got his mask on up. No, that's not his mask.
I'm a grumpy old man. I'm coming as a grumpy old man.
I guess everybody's trick-or-treating tonight. My kids have so much trick-or-treat candy, I have to ask them trick-or-treat.
Now, we talked about this last week before. What is the candy tax?
I'll tell you after this play. 2nd down and 10.
Pass once to number 1, Nasir Hutchison. Hutchison with another first down for the Stallions.
Yeah. Nice stiff arm there by Hutchinson. I was afraid they may call a hands to the face by the offense there, but good job. That's another first down for the Stallions. And now the Stallions are mixing it up a little bit. They had a completed pass there. They're getting their running game going a little bit. So they've gained about 25 yards since they've
Stallions
took
in
over.
plus territory for the first time tonight, Brett. 1st and 10, ball in the 44. High backfield. Whereas those first down carries were going for 1 or 2 in the beginning, you have
It's going to
now
be a gain of about 5 there.
Briar Johnson's carry stopped by Sabian Shipman. But whereas we're going from 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10 for the Stallions early in the game, now it's 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, because they're forcing those linebackers and that safety to at least respect the pass.
But going back to your question, when we get back from trick-or-treating, it's 15% this year. 15% of all the candy goes to the house.
And knowing how they don't know fractions yet.
Yeah. 2nd and 5, going to get close to the sticks there, Kevin. I think he may have gotten it.
Quality fake by Jackson.
That's actually going to be a first down.
Yeah. And what made that play, Brett, was a quality fake by Jackson Green. Froze the linebackers and enabled that back just to slide through.
I'm noticing right now, Whiteville's looking a little tired. They got their hands on their hips. They're,
okay, I'm
not jumping around as much.
What is Valdez's range, and how close do you have to be to try Valdez field goal on 4th down?
I think you got to be within the 20. And I think that would be long. So a long field goal would be 30 for him. So you got to be within the 20 there.
1st and 10, Stallions, ball on the 33. Inside hand. Oh, great fake.
They're rolling against his throwing hand, because he had to stop and turn around. And
coming off the injury, that is extremely hard to do.
Yeah.
But we are looking at 4 down territory, assuming your calculations are correct about getting inside the 20.
Yep. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. South Columbus has passed on first down in this drive before, and actually was able to get a first down.
I don't think anybody had 0-0 with 5 minutes to go in the half, Brett.
No.
I don't think that was on anybody's bingo card tonight.
And if you're South Columbus, you don't want to give Whiteville the ball back here.
Sweep once again out to the right-hand side.
It's going to be
Shucks one
close.
tackler.
Going to be close.
McPherson shucks one.
Nice
gets
stop.
right to the sticks.
Nice stop to let the tackler go by and then jet on for about 3 more yards. I think it's going to be about a yard short, Kevin.
About a yard short.
A yard short to get.
Coach
to get
Price
one.
having words with his linebacker, trying to figure out exactly how he's slipping those tackles. Now definite 2-down territory for the Stallions. Brett, 3rd and 1, ball on the 24. 4:40 to go. Stallions out of timeouts though.
Barring a penalty here, Kevin. Double wing formation.
Stallions with the
Briar
first down.
Johnson with a first down carry. Better yet, time still running. You're keeping the ball away from Whiteville as much as possible.
And if you're stopped here, it's an 85, 90-yard field
Yep.
as opposed to a short field. Yeah, do you know what it is, Brett? I'm sure there's a full moon somewhere because we've had both teams with 2 turnovers apiece.
Yep.
No points on the scoreboard. Both teams with stops on 4th down.
Just a classic
It's spooky.
slobber knocker.
Yeah. We're
As
in
you
the
call it.
twilight zone. Green back to pass once again, rolls to his right.
Oh, nice hands by number
nice
3.
Nice hands by number 3. Caden Batten.
Caden Batten, nice hands there.
Brings up a 1st and goal for the Stallions, ball on the 8. Uncharted territory here. South with a deep, their defense has come to play all night, Brett, but it seems like the offense is just now waking up.
Yeah. South Columbus offense has really looked good, and they've passed it on 1st down 3 times. This time, so they've got Whiteville guessing right now, and I think that's what's paying dividends to the South Columbus squad. Somebody wasn't set, and that's going to hurt.
Again, we talked about Stallions not making mental mistakes at this point, Brett, and now they have one where they least need it.
Yeah, you didn't need that penalty there on 1st and goal because you either got to score because you're not going to get a 1st down.
3:52 to go here in the first half. At halftime, Brett, we got the dean of sports journalists here in this area, Franklin Davis, coming in to talk about high school playoffs.
Okay.
Hard to believe we're to that point of the season already.
It is.
But we are going to talk about the amazing geometry and calculus he does to figure out the projections.
You see Valdez warming up on the sideline here. I don't know if that means that they.
And we got another penalty. And everybody else still thinks the play is going.
You got cheerleaders got to come back. I guess.
But you had half the team over here stop.
Is he picking it up?
Penalty.
He put it in his pocket. Put it back in his pocket. So, looks like it might be against Whiteville.
But what's the call, Brett?
I don't know.
Because offsides is usually a dead ball call in high school, isn't it?
I think they're going to wave it off. Yeah, they wave it off. That's going to be touchdown, South Columbus.
If I'm Price, I'm wondering about this now because my team stopped when they saw the flag come out.
That's true, Kevin. I can't lie to
So
you.
if I'm Price, I'm sitting here wondering, wait a minute now.
But it was contested on that left side, so Easton McPherson with a touchdown.
Valdez to kick. Kick is up, and it is good. Our score with 3.5 to go here in the first half. South Columbus up by 7.
Okay, so Whiteville's going to take over with 3:31. The only negative here for South Columbus is you can't stop the clock because you've already exhausted all of your timeouts here. So if Whiteville gets something going or South Columbus sees a matchup they don't like, they're not going to be able to stop the clock and make an adjustment. But, South Columbus has made some mistakes tonight, but it has not hurt them.
I mean, this is a Halloween game, Brett. You can tell. And we've seen some weird things.
I'm really surprised at the offense of Whiteville tonight. I mean, just has not looked good from what we've seen, this year.
I mean, talk about Whiteville, Brett, coming in. They had to be riding high. They had a big win last week. They're getting healthier. They had to be really looking forward to this game thinking, okay, we got a real good shot at taking this thing against South Columbus. And you come in, and it's nothing like what you expected. Deep kick by Valdez. Fumbled and bobbled at the 8, taken
got a
by
lane.
Kemp.
Whew.
Ball taken actually by number 32, Trevion Shipman. Shipman takes the ball after bobbling on the 8 to the 32, 24-yard return.
I'll go ahead and tell you that Whiteville is not the Whiteville of the last 2-3 years. Okay, this Whiteville team, is down a little bit, just like South Columbus, is down a little bit from last couple of years. But you still got what you got, and you come out and compete, and it's another good, crosstown rival football game.
3:25 to go. 2 timeouts left for Whiteville. Playing hands off to Emmanuel Kemp. Kemp's going to be corralled just at the line of scrimmage. I mean, got to credit Russell Dubb right now. I mean, he's got these Stallions ready to play.
And Whiteville has 3 timeouts?
2.
2, okay. All right. I thought maybe he would have got out of bounds there, Kevin, because he wasn't going to gain any yards.
And both of these teams are young, Brett. Yep. I mean, you're looking at a Whiteville team who, just like you said, looks discombobulated at this point. Pro set for the Wolfpack. Twins left. McLean quick pass.
That's the pass that I would go to if I'm Whiteville all night long. I mean,
pass completed to number 4, Kerry Payson.
Because if you've watched film for South Columbus, you've seen that 7-yard hitch cannot. South Columbus not been able
right out of his sneakers.
Yeah, my foot's a little something right here, but I mean that's the play I would go to if I'm Whiteville.
Layton trying to pick up the.
There it is. Right.
For Wolfpack.
He had a lot of room over here too, Kevin.
Yeah. Pass intended for number 11, Colin Hooks, and I'll tell you something. Whiteville trying to pick up the pace a little bit, but that incomplete pass stops the clock and, literally stops momentum because now you're looking at 2nd and 10, and you only got 2:23 to go. You have to be very judicious if you're Whiteville with using that timeout. McLean with plenty of time to pass. Another chuck and duck. Way out of bounds. 3rd and 10. And McLean is throwing off his back foot a lot, Brett. And I think it's having a lot of effect on him.
Number 4 coming out for South Columbus. His name's Cameron Johnson. Looks like he's got a cramp. And I know he wants to be in here on this play.
Yeah, McLean, just not comfortable at all in the pocket, trying to throw off his back foot. Backside handoff to pick up the first down. Kemp will pick up the first down.
Good call by Coach Price there. Everybody in the stands thinking Whiteville was going to pass again, and Whiteville decided to run it there and gains.
I think there's 2 things going on there.
Did he step out of bounds? He must have stepped out of bounds over there, Kevin. Okay. Wow, it's going to be 4th down.
Tough call because he had gained the first down yardage.
So do you go for it here?
About 8.
You punt it away and it's a good call because you
down
don't
7 with 2 minutes to go.
Okay, so what you going to look at here for now? Trying to draw South Columbus offsides.
And if I'm telling you right now, I tell Hubbard if that ball's even in the same side of the field, don't touch it.
Oh, I mean, I probably wouldn't have him back there, but as he's got his hands up, he knows he's not going to touch it. He's had it in his mind that I ain't touching this ball no matter what.
He said Peter before the ball was even snapped, I think.
Yeah. So, South Columbus right now, has opportunity to run out the clock here and go into the halftime locker room up 7-0.
Stallions, no timeouts, 155, Brett. Do you play this thing conservative? And if you're Whiteville, do you think about using your timeouts and forcing the Stallions to make that first down?
Coach Price is going to use his timeouts. I mean, he's going to put the pressure on South Columbus as much as possible. And South Columbus is just going to try to run the ball here.
Yeah. McPherson.
Stay in bounds.
I'm telling you, McPherson on that sweep is just slicing and dicing the Wolfpack defense at this point.
He did a good job staying in bounds there because he didn't want to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Heads-up play on both ends. Stallions now looking at second and short. If they get the the first down, they could pretty much run out the clock here in the first half.
All this strategy would be a moot point if they get a first down here. Kid stopped there. He didn't keep on running, so it's going to bring up about third.
Maybe picked up one. It'll be 3rd and 1. That's the one thing, Brett, that drives me nuts. This is a football fan. The days of the football, the fullback. That bowling ball fullback getting you 2, 3, 4 yards.
I was thinking Whiteville may take a timeout there, but they elected not to.
Yeah. I miss a Mike Allstott kind of fullback, who's just a bowling ball and it's going to get you those dirty yards.
Okay, I'm not going. Oh my gosh! I mean, I would have not even snapped that ball. They had 15 more seconds. They could have took it down to 30, but we are right here. The game clock is just a half a second above, so they can just let the clock run out here. Right? Look at the game clock in
23-8.
Which one's ahead?
The
game clock's ahead.
Game clock's ahead by about 2 seconds.
Okay, I think it's less than that. Look at it, Kev. It's probably about half a second. Yeah.
Well, I'm catching it here.
Okay. It could. I think you just let it run out here.
Be conservative. Go in with a 7-point halftime lead. Again, not too many people had this on their bingo card.
I would have called timeout if I'm Whiteville there. Make them punt it.
If I was Whiteville, I would have gone ahead and called that timeout.
And make
if
them
they're
punt
going to punt the ball,
Yeah.
Make them punt it. Make them use those seconds on the punt.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything could happen.
Punt it.
We've seen a lot of high snaps, across the conference this year.
Yep. I definitely would have, because if South Columbus has got the punt it, you got the chance of snapping it over their head or whatever.
Anything could happen.
Yep.
And at this point, one mental mistake here or there by either team is going to maybe be the decision in this ball game.
All right, there's your boy. There's your man.
We got Franklin Davis coming in here at halftime to talk playoff football. Yes, it is that time of the year. And, he is the man with the abacus, the calculator, and, the degree in differential calculus.
This specialized team of 10 dancers audition for this small ensemble dance team and spend
So Franklin Davis will be joining me in just a few moments. We've got basketball coming up. I will go ahead and give you our basketball schedule here once we get into the second half.
Co-captains are Riley Shepard and Madeline Dyson.
As he comes into the press box, the Dean of Sports Broadcasting here in southeastern North Carolina, Franklin Davis. And he will be talking to us. He has a degree in differential calculus. He has an abacus out here, his adding machine. He's got his computer. He's got a calculator. And, he is the guru when it comes to all things playoff, prognostication.
I can't hear anything.
Rest assured you're on.
I'm on, but I can't hear you. Okay, anyone.
Okay, Frank, we are here at South Columbus. I don't think anybody had this on their bingo card when they saw the numbers these schools were putting up offensively. A 7-0 South Columbus lead at halftime.
Frankly, Whiteville's very fortunate that it's only a 7-0 lead. South Columbus has dominated the first half, survived 2 turnovers in their own territory. This game could easily be 14-0, 21-0 at this point.
Okay, Franklin, I read your comment, your column earlier this week talking about, the teams can't look ahead, but you can look ahead as a fan and as a reporter looking at the playoff prediction. And you and I talked earlier today, and I said, man, I really enjoyed your column. I was going to reference it here tonight, about what's going on in the playoffs. He said, well, that's okay. Things have changed since then, too.
And they're going to change a lot. Several teams played last night, I guess, to avoid playing on Halloween night, but a couple of, I would call them upsets in 3A with Martin County and Nathan Griffin, both RPI top 10 losing, which will certainly affect them in the 3A East standings. But a whole lot of football games to be played tonight that are going to make some teams possibly shift 4, maybe 5 spots in the RPI.
And refresh our memory, what is RPI?
It's the ratings percentage index, and that's what the it's done by Max Preps, and that's what the High School Athletic Association uses to rank the teams. Conference championships mean nothing
what goes
anymore.
into an RPI?
Okay, it's 40% is your record. 40% is the average of your opponent's records, and 20% is your opponent's record. And that's new this year. It used to be 30, 40, 30, and it was changed where it's 10 more percent is now on a team's own record, which is the only thing a team really controls.
Okay, let's talk a little bit now. We're obviously very passionate about our local teams, South, East, West, Whiteville, and we're very divided tonight, obviously, between South and Whiteville. But come tomorrow morning, come Sunday morning when these playoffs are announced, we're all fans of all Columbus County teams. So give us an idea of where each team might end up, possibly, come Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, and I think that we're looking at probably Sunday afternoon, late sometime. North Carolina High School Athletic Association is conducting several state championships this weekend, and just recently they have moved the announcement from Monday to Sunday as the coaches were, pretty upset with the fact that they weren't going to find out until Monday. So let's start with the most the craziest of all of them.
Okay.
We'll go down to the swamp at East Columbus. If reports I've seen are correct, well, there are only 23 1A football playing schools in North Carolina. 2 of those are going to opt out, leaving 21. Odd number. East and West this year is determined by longitude. So when you have 21 schools, you can't have even brackets. Well, as it works out, the number 11 team school in longitude of those schools is East Columbus. So if those 2 schools do opt out, there will be a drawing that takes place to determine whether East Columbus goes to the east or goes to the west. Now, if they go to the west, they could be as high as a 5 seed and get a first-round bye. They could even pass North Stokes and get a 4, get a first-round bye, and a second-round home game. We'll see. But if they go to the east, they will be a 9 seed, and they'll have to travel in the first round in all likelihood to, I think it's Sally B. Howard or something like that. Charter
That's a new
school.
name for me.
Yeah. So, Coach Fred Pedro, he's not going to have any idea what's going to happen until those brackets come out because there's no announcement made. That draw for which way the team goes is done as they're doing the brackets. So East Columbus could be the 4th Columbus County team to play in the western bracket in the football playoffs. The other 3 Columbus County high schools have done that already. So we'll see. This game tonight, Whiteville could be playing its way out of a first-round bye. With those 2 games last night, Aiden Griffin losing, Martin County losing, Whiteville with a win could move up to a 6, get a first-round bye, second-round home game. With a loss, I think they're still going to end up playing at home in the first round, but as maybe a 9 or a 10 seed and at home, but still having to play, in the first round. And after a regular season, it is kind of nice to have that week off where everybody heals up a little bit and you see how that goes. So, as good as a 6, as low as a 10, maybe an 11. So there's a 4 or 5 swing in their seed with what happens, and of course what happens all over the rest of the state too. South Columbus, they're not going to, whatever happens, they're not going to move up and get into the bye range. They're going to play a first-round game. It's just going to be, are they going to be at home or on the road? If this holds, South, I think, going in was currently a 14 or 15. They could jump up as high as a 12, which would give them a first-round home playoff game, and supposedly a little bit weaker first-round opponent. So, things looking good for South Columbus as far as getting able to play at home. Now, if you could have a comeback out of Wolfpack, South Columbus would happen to lose, they could drop from 15 possibly to 17 or lower, which would put them on the road in the East. So it's a toss-up as far. And again, all this is speculation because there are so many. 20 other teams playing tonight affect these two schools' RPIs. So it's hard to put all that in one thing and crystal ball and make any sense out of it.
West Columbus.
West Columbus needs to beat Union. Currently, they're 19 in the East in 2A. They are the least likely team to have much movement either way. Gates County would have to defeat Camden. Princeton would need to defeat Rosewood. Nash Central would need to defeat American Leadership Academy out of Johnston. For West Columbus maybe to move up to a 17. I just don't see where they can move up to a 16 and get a first-round home playoff game. Now, if West Columbus loses to Union, then Union's going to jump them, and West is going to fall 2 or 3 spots down in the low 20s. But they're still going to be in the playoffs because there aren't 48 teams in 2A to fill out the bracket. Just like you can't fill out the bracket in 1A either.
Now, I hope you got all that because there will be a quiz at the end. Okay, I have a few minutes here. I want to bring up something. I know it's kind of a sad subject to bring up, but we've talked over the last couple of weeks about we have lost a good friend to us here in the press box in the last couple of weeks. With Dan Beiser recently passing. I know Dan was a good friend of yours, and we had Brett share some memories of when he was down at an Atlanta Braves game. Can you share some memories of Dan Beiser and what he meant to all of us here in the press box at all these games?
Well, Dan was the encyclopedia of Columbus County high school sports for years and years and years. His ability to recall specifics about games that took place 20 years ago, who was at bat, what the score was, the count when a certain base hit was made, where it was just remarkable. And he was a great historian for Columbus County, and spent countless hours covering everything from Dixie Youth to the players that were fortunate enough to get out of Columbus County high schools and play in college and some professionally as well. So he ran the whole gamut with it. And just I like what Joey Price said. Joey Price told me that Dan may not have always quoted him accurately, but he never wrote anything that hurt him. And I can't really recall Dan ever writing a spiteful article about anything, Sometimes the facts, sometimes the names may have gotten jumbled, but as far as where his heart was, he was all positive about Columbus County High School and middle school and everything else sports.
And Dan, like I said, I don't think Dan met too many people in the press box who didn't consider him a friend.
Right.
And, you're actually, kind of that historian now, kind of that legacy. And just the ability, the relationships you've had over the years with the news reporter and some of the other things that you've done with these kids that they've come up through middle school ball, high school ball, league, and some of these rec ball leagues. You really get to know some of these kids and some of these families, and we've been lucky to have both you and Dan for the last several years covering high school sports here in southeastern North Carolina.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm lucky in that I've done it long enough where I recognize a lot of the names of the kids playing, or maybe a parent of a kid that's playing now, and know where to go find something about it is the key thing. Research is my thing more than just being able to remember something like that.
And I'll tell you, and I mean this sincerely, you have been a mentor to me and to Brett as we've started to get into this thing. We've been doing it for a number. I've been doing this 8 years now, and Franklin will tell you I still call him on occasion. Hey, Franklin, what do you think about this? Do you remember when this might have happened, or go back into the history books. What's the record on this? And I don't think there's been a time I've been able to stump you. You're still our rules interpreter.
Well, if you give me enough time, I'll look it up. But just don't call me with any prayer requests. Okay?
Yeah. Because the very first night we worked with him, I did call him Franklin Graham for about 3/4 of the ball game.
My phone was blowing up with text, so that's a good memory though. I could be called a whole lot worse than Franklin Graham. There's no doubt about that.
But I just want to thank you for getting, kind of getting my feet wet in this. And I'm normally a color guy. I like to do, color instead of play-by-play. But you really kind of taught me how to do this and how to do it well.
Well, I'm speechless.
So I just want to thank you for that.
Brett
just said me too.
Yeah.
So just want appreciate you. I know you're no longer the news reporter, but you do write columns on occasion. And if you ever get a chance,
yes, the Easy Chair is
Chair
is usually a weekly column in the News Reporter. I'm still doing that, and will occasionally stick something.
But with all the
online.
writing you're doing, is it really that easy?
Some weeks it's not. Some, as I recently wrote, some weeks I stay awake at night and try to come up with something to write about.
Yeah.
Yeah. No artificial intelligence and no real intelligence in my writing either, a lot of people say.
All righty, we'll be right back with second half action here on the Columbus County Sports Network. Brad Burris, Kevin Toman, and joined by our prognosticating guru, Franklin Davis. We'll be back to see the second half of high school football here in Columbus County. Okay, second half action about to kick off. Valdez will be kicking off from left to right. Got number 2, Jalen Hubbard. Sorry, not Jalen Hubbard. Number 2, A.J. Monroe back to receive, along with number 32, and that is Travion Shipman.
Slim Shady's back. Slim Shady's back. I'm here.
Slim Shady back in the saddle.
All right, here we go. The party can continue now.
Valdez going to tow it up. Deep kick goes all the way to about the 10.
Not too bad there. South Columbus covers there and stops Whiteville on about the 35, so Whiteville will take over. Can you hear me, Kevin? Just making sure. All right.
Monroe brings the kickoff back about 30 yards to the 35 of South Columbus.
So, Kevin, let's see if Whiteville's offense can get it going. They've been sputtering a little bit here in the first half. Let's see if there's any adjustments being made.
I think that's going to be the key, Brett. Both teams have enough that they can correct. The team who makes the best corrections are going to be the team that wins this ball game. Hand up at the middle, taken for a gain of about 5.
Good job keeping his feet churning there. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but actually pulls a couple of defenders from South Columbus about 5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Savion Shipman with the carry makes it 2nd and 5. Hand off once again to number 12, Emmanuel Kemp.
It's going to be a little short. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 2.
And I think that's the important thing if you're Whiteville right now. You've got to slow down that South Columbus pass rush because they've been harassing, late and all night.
Yeah, I see a tendency of Whiteville. They're running about everything to the right side. So a lot of tendencies there to see where they're running it. Brings up 3rd and 2.
McLean's going to bring the Wolfpack up to the line. Playing with a handoff once again.
He's going to be.
He will just get enough for the. I think move
get
the sticks. Now it looks like they're going to mark him short, bro.
Oh wow! You got to go for it here if you're Whiteville. I mean, you're down 7-0. I think you got to go for it here.
South Columbus did and got burned the first time, Brett. If you're Whiteville, do you risk it? Looks like the Wolfpack bringing in the punt team.
To me, that don't mean anything. If I'm Coach Dove, I'm like, do not jump.
Direct snap, stopped, and looks like it's going to be tight to the line.
It's going to be short.
Depends on where they spot him. It looks like the near official has him at least a yard short. Heads up play by the Stallion defense. Shipman takes the direct snap, stacked at the line of scrimmage, and it is going over to the Stallions. Heads up play by the defense, Brett. Spotting the direct snap to Savion Shipman, stopping him, and literally you would think Shipman with that size would have gotten a half yard, but stacked up at the line.
I'm thinking somebody from Whiteville is going to come in and push that little pile because it was like one-on-one. It was like a tug match. And I was just saying, okay, Whiteville's going to come in and just push the pile up, but nobody ever checked in for the Wolfpack.
Stallion ball, 1st and 10 on the Wolfpack 44.
That's going to be no gain.
No gain. Stopped by number 22, Tylay Rose. Yeah. Heads up play by the Stallions not only gives them the ball in plus territory, but if they have to punt from here, Brett, you're making Whiteville go the entire length of the field.
And, Whiteville's offense have showed that, that they're really not kicking on cylinders tonight.
And I guess the question is, if the Stallions can punch this out and make it a 2-score game, does Whiteville have enough horses to get them back in at this point?
Quick pitch around the left side.
Pitch around the left side. That sweep's been working all night.
And that's going to be a
number 10.
A clip on Jalen Hubbard. Johnson. No, it's going to be Cameron Johnson there. They got for the illegal block in the back. He tried to pull off, but he just could not. And that's going to be, if that's from the spot, that's going to be a huge penalty. No, they're going to call holding.
Holding.
So it's not going to be from the spot.
Yeah. And the thing was, Brett, it could have happened back here in the backfield, but you saw the defender put his, hand up. He was like, I ain't touching him.
I think he could have went either way. I didn't.
Yeah. But he got him around the corner once he got closer to the sticks.
Yeah.
So instead of 25, it's only about a 10-yard penalty. 2nd and 20 for the Stallions, up 7. Ball on now their 46. Still plenty of time to get the first down if you're the Stallions.
So Whiteville sure is anticipating pass here.
Bringing back to pass. Caught.
Wow.
Now that's a play hit on off and stay.
Yeah. Did a lineman catch it?
10.
Number 10.
Number 10. Briar Johnson heads up, gets the ball off the deflection, picks up maybe 2 or 3.
So if it's deflected there, a lineman can catch it, right? If it's deflected, okay. All right. But Briar Johnson was not a lineman.
Can't touch it first.
Right. Okay.
3rd and looks like about 19, maybe 18.
Well, I think probably what you're playing for here is, gain a couple of yards and then be able to punt it away deep. I would.
Backside sweep once again.
Really no gain there. Well,
it
does. Wow.
Wow. He looks like he might be close to first down yardage, Brett. Now if you're Russell Dove, you've got a quandary because now it's 4th and 2. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It's like 4th and 9.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here.
You got to give him credit. Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was the first.
I did too. I forgot about that major penalty South Columbus had.
But again, if you're the Stallions right now, 4th down doesn't hurt you because if you punt the ball from here, you're looking at the ball either going into the end zone or scuffing it around the 5.
Yeah. Yeah, but you definitely got to punt it away here.
Play the field position game. Already
A lot of time going off the
quarter.
clock here, Kevin.
If I'm Russell Dove, I might take a timeout.
Yeah. Well, you may not want to.
Although a penalty really doesn't hurt you with this.
It
point
might
in the
not
field.
hurt you, yeah. Oh, nice recovery by White. He did bobble a little bit, so therefore he wasn't able to take off as quick as he wanted to. And then South Columbus does make the tackle on about the 22-yard line, so White was going to take over on their own 22-yard line.
1st and 10, Wolfpack, ball on the 22, and the Stallions, Brett, effectively flipped the field, which is the important thing. And if you're Whiteville, you've got to find some way to mitigate South Columbus pressure. But this is a quick-moving quarter.
Mitigate. I like that word. I'm about to use it.
That's a social studies word. I learned that.
That's right.
I learned that from you. Leighton McLean passes the ball. Quick dot pass to number 3, Justin Ward.
And again, Kevin, that is the pass that I'm going to go to if I'm Whiteville. So let's see if they see that that's open all the time.
Whiteville quickly back to the line.
Whiteville's going to try to pick up the intensity here. Yeah, he moved.
And
yeah.
with movement.
Penalty flag down.
That was number 50.
Yep.
I think he knew it too, because he looked up.
And here's the important thing, Brett. It goes from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7.
Yep.
Illegal procedure called against the Wolfpack.
Uncharacteristic of this Wolfpack team with a lot of penalty yardage tonight, Brett. Again, McLean back to pass. Wide open is number 4, Corey Faison. Faison picks up the first down.
Whiteville coaches picking up something there that South Columbus is not covering and taking advantage of it on that play.
Definitely picking up the pace, forcing the Stallions to get to set quickly. Quick dot pass.
That 7-yard pass again, Kevin.
If you're Russell Dove seeing this, do you call timeout right now?
I'd probably give my defense a little bit of room here. Maybe not call a timeout, but if they keep on doing that, you got to slow it down a little bit.
Backside counter to number
12.
Nice
play by slipped the tackle.
Heads up running by number 12, Emmanuel Kemp.
That's going to be a first down.
Bumbling.
Had him for a loss, Kevin, and just could not make the tackle there.
Just under 6 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. I tell you how much, but
that's got to be movement.
Just a little bit.
My God, everybody.
Everybody but the center.
Number 11's like, was it me?
Like, wait a minute.
No, it was you and about 5 others.
Say, no, he snapped the ball, son.
Goes back to what you're saying, a lot of penalties for this Whiteville Wolfpack team.
Okay, 5:43 to go. I've lost my crawl across the bottom of the screen, so.
Is that another one? Or is that going to be a timeout? That's going to be a timeout, Whiteville. It's got to be something.
I think the official hadn't finished spotting the ball yet.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, now the ball's blown in play.
Which actually worked out for South because they were able to catch their breath.
Good job by number 50 there for South Columbus on the tackle there. Who's that?
Faison tackled by Josh Watts.
Josh Watts. Good job by Josh Watts staying with it. They're going to bring up 2nd and 9.
I'm going to tell you, this is probably the best I've seen South Columbus defense play all year.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess probably bringing it at the right time.
Got a double wing formation for Whiteville.
McLean back to pass once again. Chase deep in the backfield.
Incomplete.
In and out of the hands of number 22, Tyler Rose. Big 3rd down for the Wolfpack, 3rd and 11. And again, you see McLean throwing off his back foot. When McLean has time to throw, he's a pinpoint passer.
Yeah.
But, like you said, hard to throw from your butt when you're trying to run for your life.
Hurried a lot tonight by the South Columbus defense.
3rd and 12 for the Wolfpack. Trips left. One back in the backfield. Playing back to pass once again. Just in and out of the hands of the receiver. Intended for Tyler Rose once again. Now, if you're the Wolfpack, Brett, what do you do? Fourth down.
You got to punt it. You got to punt it. I mean, you can't fake it because the fake didn't work last time. You really haven't had any plays where you gained 9 yards, so you're probably going to have to punt it away. And
I'm going to tell you something, maybe just for me. I'd bring Hubbard up and try to go for the pump block.
Maybe.
Because too many bad things have happened on kicks for the Stallions tonight.
Yep. I'm sure it's probably going to have to be kicked directly to him for him to touch it.
High snap. And Hubbard's like, I ain't going anywhere near it. Ball taken to about the 9 with Stallions to take over 1st and 10. 4:45 to go here in the third quarter, Brett. And credit the Stallion defense.
Yeah, I give it to them. Those 11 right now have been the player of the game. And I did not think that Whiteville would be scoreless here with 4:45 left to go in the third. I would have definitely not have won the under here. 7-0 here, South Columbus. 4:45 left to go.
There we go.
South Columbus up the middle, gains, what's the gain? About 3 yards, 1 yard from here. Can't really
about
tell
a yard,
from this
yard and a half.
Okay.
Johnson gets the breathing room.
Not really been a lot of yardage up the middle for South Columbus tonight. It's been more on the outside.
If I go back to Briar Johnson or Easton McPherson with that sweep off to the left.
Yeah.
I mean, make those big, linemen run, east-west for a while and get them winded. Then you start to gash them up the middle.
Well, you got to get Whiteville on their heels. I think that one scoring drive that South Columbus did, they mixed up the pass, with the run really efficiently.
Got about 8 seconds to go in a 30-second clock, but we kind of, for South Columbus, you kind of need to get on the ball a little bit.
Literally.
Back to pass once again.
Got him.
Up the middle, and he looks like he's off to the races. No,
he's got him.
He's going to the house.
Toast.
Number 9, Easton McPherson, 90-yard reception for the touchdown.
Number 11 just gave up, knew he couldn't catch him. Big play
Easton
for South Columbus
for
there.
90 yards, Brett.
Wow.
I mean, McPherson put on the Jets, and then he hit a second level about the 25, 30-yard line, and all of a sudden, Stallions up 13, 3:48 in the fourth.
And Whiteville faithful just stunned at that play there. Whiteville's defense had played rather well until that pass.
Kick is up, and it is no good.
Really? How do you miss that?
3:48 to go here in the third quarter. Stallions up by 13, Brett. And
was that wide left? I couldn't tell.
It could be.
Okay, I didn't know if it went to the right side or left side. I was blocked by this 2x4 here. So does that come back to bite you if you're South Columbus? As you want points. Here's the replay of that pass.
And we talked about it all night with them sneaking that safety up into the line of scrimmage. Fake holds them. Great block by the backs. Hits the middle of that seam pass, the one they missed earlier in the game, and he just hit another level. And now McPherson turned on the Jets on the 20 and was able to coast into the end zone.
I'm glad he didn't drop it before he went over the goal line, like happens in a lot of levels. So 13-0 here, 3:48 left to go in the third.
Stallions up 2 scores to the surprise of many. And honestly, Brett, now you're almost forcing Whiteville into a position where they have to pass. And the way they've been hassling McLean all night, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
Mendez to kick off once again. That's right, Valdez. Ball goes to the 10. He's going to take it around the corner. Turns his shoulder and gets hammered at the
that was a good
35.
deep kick. The only negative of that kick, Kevin, there's no hang time there. So they catch it cleanly.
It's called out kicking your coverage.
Yeah, they're going to have a good return on that, and they did bring it back up to about the 35.
Number 22, Nolan Thompson with the tackle for the Stallions.
That's where they'll take over 1st and 10.
3:42 to go here in the third. Stallions up 13, and a stunned silence by the faithful over on the other side of the bleachers, Brett. Backside handoff to number 12. And Stallions feeling themselves right now. Manuel Kemp. Number 24, Cole Dove with a big tackle in the backfield. Stallions, riding big Mo tonight. Momentum has it 2nd and 14 for the Wolfpack.
And Whiteville's trying everything they can to, to change that.
Quick dot pass.
It's going to be a gain of about, 3? It's going to be around 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Or long.
I think everybody's kind of looking for the play.
A long 11.
The offside call did not get it. He was untouched, but he did go to the ground in high school football. He didn't get back up. 3rd and 11. Can you imagine if the Stallions hold here and kick up one more score?
Right side of the field's wide open there.
McLean back to pass once again. Stallions are coming. McLean on his back foot.
He's just throwing it up. Oh.
Incomplete. Somehow, some way, number 7, number 3, Justin Ward, somehow he split those two defenders and got a hand on it.
Yeah, I think South Columbus, even though it was incomplete, got caught looking there.
And here's the thing. If you look back here right now, you see McLean is limping badly on that foot.
Oh, I see that.
He was, throwing off his back foot all night. He might have twisted that ankle.
May have, Kevin. I hope he's okay.
Whiteville in the punt. Big series for the Stallions. They get the touchdown. They get a good stop on defense. They get a chance to break this thing open if they can score here.
Let's hope Hubbard can get up under this. Oh, bad kick.
That thing is, only to the 41-yard line. That is a roughly 28-yard kick.
Yep.
2:31 to go. Stallions can get one more score here, Brett. Does Whiteville have enough possessions left in this ball game to get back in it?
Well, Whiteville is just not, the offense just hasn't clicked tonight. And, unless it kicks in, it's going to be, a good night for the Stallions.
Again, with a win, Whiteville takes sole possession of first place in the conference title. South will force a tie with, believe it or not, Whiteville, South Columbus, and South Brunswick. Backside handoff to Easton McPherson.
And what is sort of unbelievable here, you know how high school football can be. Whiteville throws 48 points on South Brunswick. And, against South Columbus here, can't get a score.
Yeah.
So
3-yard game makes it 2nd and 7. Time ticking down to the end of this third quarter.
South Columbus okay with that clock ticking.
The enemy now for Whiteville is the clock and South Columbus. Great misdirection. Picks up 3 or 4 yards. Stallions 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Still very effective, especially when you're approaching plus territory.
I'm assuming Coach Dove is going to play this to where he has 2 downs to get 4 yards. Would you say that's safe to say?
Knowing Dove, that's probably a pretty safe bet.
So you want to get at least 2 to 3 on this one.
The more possessions you can limit Whiteville to, the better. Whiteville almost jumps off sides. 5 seconds to go on a 30-second clock. Backside counter.
Who calls timeout? Is that South Columbus?
I think South Columbus called timeout, saw the play clock, wasn't sure they can get it off. Better to be safe at this point than sorry, Brett.
Well, it didn't hurt him. Didn't hurt him in the first half of calling some early timeouts, some really good. Now that you look at it in hindsight, some really good game management timeouts that Coach Dove had there in the first half. A lot of people probably question, do you go ahead and take a timeout here? But the coach knows his team a lot better than anybody else in these stands and us. So did a good job with his timeouts in the first half and decides to use one here.
Again, Dove trying to limit the amount of possessions Whiteville will have in this, remaining in this game. with a 2-score lead. And again, if you're South Columbus, you can get the ball to the 20, 30-yard line.
Yep.
You take that chance with Valdez, with a field goal, and because if you can make this a 16-point game, you're set very well up for the fourth quarter.
Well, you get a first down here, you can take it at least down to about 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, with Whiteville having to score 2. So big, crucial downs here for South Columbus.
Plenty of football yet to be played. Brett, we saved the best for last.
Yep, and I'm sure that Coach Dove has told them, no penalties here. You can't afford to be backed up 5.
Bringing back the pass.
I don't know about that one.
Do you call that play knowing
I
you're
mean,
gonna go for a fourth
I
down?
don't, because now it makes it a really long fourth down. I think if you could have run it there and gained 2 or 3.
We give him the benefit of the doubt. Stallion's going to go ahead and play the field position game against Whiteville. 1:05 to go here in the third quarter, but again, the clock stopped, Brett.
Yeah, Kevin, you would hope to have that ball going into the fourth quarter, but you give it back to Whiteville there.
Driving kick, gets the punter's roll. Going to roll all the way down to about the 3 or 4.
Wow, nice job.
Okay, Brett, looking back on it, hindsight being 20/20.
Well,
did he make the right call?
I still would love to run that ball on third down just to get it,
Get that clock
manageable
moving,
and possible to go for it on fourth down, because you want to keep the ball as long as you can. And, not like I said, not in second guess. I'm just saying that these scenarios can play out. But, great job of pinning Whiteville back deep on their own, 2-yard line.
Whiteville's on the 2. You figure 12 minutes and another 55 seconds, so almost 13 minutes for Whiteville having to score twice to win, to be at least a factor in the conclusion of this ball game.
Does South Columbus bring the house here to try to get a safety here? Oh.
Shot pass incomplete, headed for number 4.
You got to
Corey
come
Payson.
up on those receivers. You got to come up on those receivers. You just can't give them 7 yards there.
Dot pass dropped by the receiver, Payson. Be 2nd and 10 for the Wolfpack. And again, love to see Stallions bring pressure here and make McLean throw off his back foot. And again, now an injured foot.
I would call the same play again.
Force him
my
off his
receiver
spot.
just missed it.
Heads up play. Great defense by number 3. Is that number 2 or number 3?
That's number 2.
Number 2, Jalen Hubbard. It's been feast or famine for Hubbard tonight, but Hubbard got the better end of that one. Playing center field, knocks it away.
And that's all you got to do. They're just
10 from the 3 or 4 yard line.
Just knock it away there, and because you try to go for the interception, the other team may come down for it. Good job by just knocking it away.
3rd
there.
and 10 from the 4 for the Wolfpack. Do you send the house, Brett?
I don't here because you want to get South Whiteville to fourth down. He's got him on the hitch route here.
Got him on the hitch. He's running back. He's running out of real estate.
That's
either
grounding.
That's intentional grounding.
That's
got to
be grounding.
Grounding in the end zone, and all of a sudden South does not have to worry about that missed extra point.
That's got to be a safety there.
McLean off his spot and on his back foot.
There
Intentional
it is.
grounding the call.
That's going to result in a safety.
Now all of a sudden, Brett, the missed extra point does not hurt because Stallions up 15.
You're right. Good job, defense. South Columbus defenses came to play. I mean, I'm just shocked that this doesn't even look like the same defensive crowd that's played all year.
I'm telling you, Brett, let's give a game ball to that defensive coordinator. He's got his troops ready to go.
Yeah, got to give it to him. Good job. And then South Columbus gets the ball back, with that chance to run off a lot of time on the clock.
And now for Whiteville to win this ball game, they need both the touchdown and the 2-pointer, another touchdown and another 2-pointer to win this ball game. That's a tall task at this point.
Yeah, especially they hadn't really moved the ball all night. I thought, is the free kick from the 40? No, it's from the 20, right? On the safety. Yeah, it's from the 20. Okay. White was trying to put the ball on the 40 to kick it away, but they didn't score. So
It was a great try. Stallions will get the ball most likely in plus territory, Brett.
Okay. No mistakes here.
It's amazing how certain things like that come back into play.
Field it cleanly. You can onside it here now, right?
I think you can, but I don't know if you'd want to at this point.
Well,
I was thinking the same thing. Those pooch kicks. The Stallions right now are looking at about 12 yards deep. If you think you got somebody quick enough to get to it. Kickoff taken about the...
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God.
Coming around the left-hand side is...
And he fumbled there at the end. Two miscued. Two fumbles on the same play.
Philip Smith keeps the ball somehow, Brett.
Man. Whew.
Tackled by
South
number 8,
Columbus
Jaden
dodges
Todd.
two bullets there, left and right. It's like, what's that movie The Matrix?
Yep.
The Matrix, just dodging the bullets, Kevin. South Columbus takes over. 25 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Stallions content right now to ride this thing out and try to eat up as much clock as possible. Stallions just now getting the play in.
So if
in
you're
about
South
60
Columbus,
seconds.
you just right now you just want to be clean in the fourth quarter. No mistakes, no penalties, no turnover. You just want to be clean.
10 on the 30-second clock, Brett. Stallions a little slow getting to the line. Backside handoff to Easton McPherson.
Wow.
McPherson around
There's
the
a
left-hand
flag
side.
real deep behind the play as the play has already gone past. See, clean. You got to be clean. And that's not clean. Penalties isn't clean. And that's going to be 10 yards from the spot, so it's going to be 1st and 20.
Again, Brett, it doesn't matter whether you're in the pros, in high school, in pee-wees. Mental mistakes will hurt you each and every time. And right now the Stallions needing to put together a few first downs to help put this thing out of reach and start off with a good gain, but shoot themselves in the foot.
Let me say it again. If you're South Columbus, you got to be clean through this last quarter. Maybe it hadn't reached the fourth quarter yet, and they didn't hear me.
There you
That's
go.
why it wasn't clean.
Stallions going to let that clock run out, and this will be, Stallions playing great football, Brett. Whiteville, playing a mostly clean game themselves. A few mental mistakes here or there, and, we got a 15-point lead for the Stallions.
I mean, you take a look at that Whiteville sideline over there. I mean, you can tell they almost look defeated right now. Really nobody getting pumped up and hyped up and stuff like that. Because really, nothing has gone their way tonight. I mean, besides the two blunders by South Columbus and the fumbles, nothing's gone Whiteville's way.
You had two teams coming in on different ends of this, Brett. South Columbus, knowing it was going to be an uphill battle against that Whiteville offense, needing some big play by their defense, really emotional right now, excited into the ball game. Morale is high. These kids are jumping around, and they're in a situation they didn't quite expect coming in. They're sky high. Whereas you look again, it's almost still on that South Columbus side, the Whiteville sideline and the Whiteville bleachers.
But Kevin, I'm not going to count this Whiteville Wolfpack team out. There's still a whole quarter to go. There's a lot of tradition over there at Whiteville High School, and I'm sure these coaches are letting these kids know that, that we're the team. We're the premier team in this conference, and we need to start playing like it. So we'll see what happens here.
12 big minutes. Every play is going to be bigger than the last, Brett. Got a lot going on here. Still first down, but now 1st and 20 for the Stallions. The enemy of Whiteville is not only those kids in black, but also the clock at this point.
Yep. And you don't want to get to a passing situation if you're South Columbus here, because you want the clock to run as much as possible. So does South Columbus pull it back and pass it here?
Again, it'd be a gutsy call, but the way Whiteville has been bringing up the safety, it is open.
Yeah. I think it would shock them if they did pass right here.
Nice cut up, picks up most of the penalty yardage at least, Brett. Makes it about 2nd and 11.
Got through there real quick. What's up, bud? How you doing?
South Columbus now makes it a manageable opportunity. Goes from 1st and 20 to 2nd and 11.
Let's call it 10.5, Kevin. Let's be positive.
10.55 yards. I didn't bring my tape measure, so. 2nd 11 for the Stallions. Backside counter just slips a tackle or two before being brought down by number 15, Savion Shipman.
About 3rd and 6 here, Kevin. Now, you got to go back to that same question. Are we in that 4-down territory? Do you give Whiteville the ball back here? I'm going to say no, but
I think right now you've got to play field position if you're South Columbus because you've got to force them to go as many yards and take as much time off that clock to get each score if they're going to come back in this ballgame.
Well, it's according to how close they are. Let's see what happens here before we make it.
Green back to pass. He's got a man open. He just overthrows him.
Well, you didn't give yourself a chance. I like running on that 3rd and 6, which will give you the opportunity to make the choice to go for it on 4th and 1 or maybe a 4th and 2.
Obvious punting situation for the Stallions right now. Again, playing the field position game, you want Whiteville, if you're South Columbus, to use as much time getting as much yardage as possible.
And, I'm going to let this play clock get down to about 5 before I snap it because every second is crucial here for the Stallions.
Punted once again.
Oh, Lord, he waited too long. I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter. Still going to go to Whiteville. So that would be the worst case scenario, Kevin, that could happen if you're South Columbus, is for a block punt and White will get the ball in probably the best field position they've had all night.
You got an injury for Whiteville right now. Again, South Columbus, that defense has been playing way, way above their head all night. Do they have another stop left in them at this point?
Well, they've done it for you all night. So, but we really hadn't seen Whiteville. I think they were here the first series of the game. They had a chance to score in this position. South Columbus rose to the occasion. Yeah. But now you're in 4-down territory if you are the Wolfpack.
Again, you're not hurt by a score though with the two score lead, but you don't want to give up that first score. Dove questioning something.
Is he questioning, did Whiteville have possession?
Was there a penalty we didn't see?
I don't know. The PA are saying we're supposed to replay the down. Maybe the officials don't know. Since we recovered, we replay the down.
Where's Franklin Davis when we need him?
Yep. Franklin, we need you. This is a question for you.
And I'm telling you right now, by Price, I'm questioning everything because, Russell Dove, sincerely asking.
I think he's asking to check the rule book. I don't know the rules, so I can't go either way. Since it was touched by a Whiteville player and South Columbus recovered, I still think it's Whiteville's ball. So, okay. All right, so Whiteville does take over on the South Columbus 30.
South Columbus did retain possession, but it still was 4th down.
Right.
1st and 10, Wolfpack.
And the ball goes back to where it was touched by Whiteville.
Right.
Okay. All right, here we go. See if the defense can rise to the occasion if you're South Columbus.
Number 22, that is Tyler Rose with the carry. Brought down by number 57, C.J. Joseph. 6-yard gain makes it 2nd and 4. Playing backside handoff to Shipman.
Nice job by the Stallions checking in. Oh, what is that?
Late flag by the white hat.
What is that call? They didn't stop? Is that what they're saying?
Personal foul called against the Stallions.
Again, as I said, you've got to finish this game clean. So that gives Whiteville a first down and moves the ball.
What did that official see, Brett? Unless he heard something.
I don't know
Because,
unless the whistle was blown and they didn't stop. I don't know.
It looked like everybody had checked off and the play had stopped. McLean back to pass once again. Running for his life. Slips one tackle.
Oh,
got a flag on the
got
backside.
lucky there.
This will be coming back. It looks like we got an offensive hold.
Oh, he does his little dance and then realizes there's a flag. Yeah, that's got to be the worst.
You got a hold on the offense, as predicted.
You waited all night for that dance, and it comes back. Oh, man.
1st and 10 on the 14 now becomes 1st and 10 on the 24, which is a lot bigger get if you're a fan.
So we'll play that again.
Lord give it, the Lord taketh away.
1st and 20 for the Wolfpack.
Time ticking. 9:50 to go here in the game.
I'm going back to that 7-yard pass, Kevin, and trying to turn it upfield.
Quickly on the dot pass once again.
He did,
just a little bit too high.
But it wasn't there. Number 5 did a good job coming up and
Philip Smith, we get
making
defense,
a play on that.
Ward had the opportunity just a bit above his hands, and I credit that one, not so much on Ward as I do on McLean. McLean's been under duress all night.
I think he had a little bit more time there. Look for that same play, but him turning it up the field.
McLean back to pass once again.
Oh, that's got to be a hold. That was horrible.
Again, the penalty helps out South Columbus, though, because right now it's 3rd and 10.
Everybody in the
called.
stands knew that was a hold. I don't know what the referee there was seeing, but
2 plays to get 10 yards if you're a Whiteville. Can get a first down on about the 3. McLean running
with
off
a lot
to
of
his right.
time. They call touchdown.
Touchdown, Wolfpack.
I don't know, just South Columbus defense just seemed to be on their heels that whole drive. Not that aggressive defense that you saw all night.
I mean, and they have been on the field quite a bit, Brett. So, I mean, does conditioning play a factor at this point?
Well,
again,
there's a difference in playing to win and playing not to lose. So,
okay, here's the question, Brett. They're setting up the kick.
Yeah, because
with a 15-point lead, you need to,
Well, I guess they'll try to get it next time just to tie it up. Well, unless you're South Columbus and you jump off sides. Yeah. It's just all falling apart for the Stallions here.
If I'm Russell Dove, I'm getting my team together.
Now you go for 2.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't.
This surprises me, Brett.
I mean, you got to go for 2 sometime. So,
right.
Therefore, why don't you go ahead and go for it when the ball is a yard and a half closer?
High snap, kick is up, and it is good. Our score with 9:10 to go here in the ballgame. Stallions up 15-7. Some really interesting choices being made and some gamesmanship going back and forth right now. Right?
You've got to go for 2 either this time or the next time when you score. So you move a yard and a half closer. So wouldn't that tell you my odds are that I'm closer to the end zone there and I'm have a better chance of getting it this time? But I don't know. I don't know.
But Brett, there's a reason we're up here and they're down there.
True. True.
So sometimes you got to go with your gut, I guess.
So, go back to what I said about 4 minutes ago. You got to be clean in order to finish up this game, and South Columbus in the last 4 minutes have been anything but clean.
Now, Whiteville, Brett, if you're Whiteville, do you try the pooch kick that we've seen so many times this year?
Probably not with the kicker they have. They got a kicker that can kick it pretty deep, and you've shown that South Columbus really doesn't make good decisions on receiving kicks. So we'll see. Because you had a fumble and 2 fumbles off kicks. Oh, my God.
Onside kicked it, and he recovered it himself, but we got a flag. Didn't go 10 yards before being touched, I think is the call.
Ooh, I thought it did. I thought it did go 10 yards. To me, it looked like it did go 10 yards.
If he kicked it on was it the 40? Illegal touching.
Yeah, he kicked it from 40.
It's waved off.
Yeah. That's a good call. He didn't touch it till the 51.
That's correct.
So South Columbus ball?
Okay.
Okay.
You got me on this one. Stallions catch a break after the onside kick was recovered, and Price is asking the same question.
That's got to be Whiteville ball there. To me, I mean, from what I saw.
It doesn't pass the eye test. It does probably taking just as hard on this side, so this is going to be a big call one way or the other.
Yeah, officials screwed up. I mean, either way, officials have screwed up here. Now, to me, he didn't touch it to the 51. I mean, I'd love to see a replay of that. They can't use it, but if we have a replay of that kickoff, it'd be great to see it right now. And we could tell you exactly where it was touched. I thought it was touched at the 51.
Either way, one coach is going to be really happy and one coach is going to be really upset.
Don't get the ball to Whiteville. Yeah. I think it's a good call.
I think it's a good call, but I think they're going. I think something they got the spot wrong though.
How can South Columbus not think that they may do the onside? I mean, our kids backed up 5 yards. They gave it to them. I mean, you got to be ready for that. But the officials did mess up there both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got it right, but they should never told South Columbus it was their ball.
Honestly, that's one of the things where I think we need to stop and talk about it as an official group. McLean back to pass once again, being harassed and roll off to his right.
That kid just throws it up. He throws a lot of hope balls.
Mm-hmm.
Throws it up and hope to catch it.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 ball at best, and honestly about 30-70.
I just don't understand that pass right there.
And honestly, I don't understand that call because if you're Whiteville, you're in plus territory. You know, use this time to get a quality drive.
Yeah.
You know, on the ground. You know, South Columbus discombobulated, needs some momentum, needs a momentum breaker, and an interception would give them just that. Just over 9 minutes to go here in the ball game. South up 8.
There's that
pass
7-yard
once again.
pass. No first down.
Clock's still rolling. The officials said he was inbounds when he was tackled.
Got to come up on that ball. You can't give him that pass.
I guess feast or famine. The question is, if you do come up on that, are they going to burn you deep? 3rd and 4 for the Wolfpack. Ball in the 42. Pro set once again for Whiteville. McLean back to pass once again. South with the blitz.
Wide open over the
Wide
middle.
open over the middle. Breaks the tackle. Now Whiteville in plus territory. Ball on the looks like the 21-22. If you're Russell Dove, do you call timeout and break this momentum?
You got to do something because your team the last 7-8 minutes has just gone from feast to famine.
Backside counter to number 15.
There's a flag.
Shipman.
That's probably going to be a hold. Going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Shipman stopped after it looks like maybe a 1-yard gain, if that.
It's going to be a hold on Whiteville.
Holding, that's definitely the call. You know, you tell from where he threw it, there was quite a few folks in the center that day. Could have called on any number of folks. Now you're looking for first and 20, ball on the 32. If you're South Columbus, do you have it in you one more time?
Well,
with this
I mean,
defense?
you've made stops all night long. You know, you got to put it behind you.
Once again, that dot
There's
pass
that- there's
wide
that.
open.
That's open all night long. Until you make an adjustment on that, they're going to keep playing that and making that same pass.
Yeah. This is what the pundits call gut check time, Brett. You know what I'm saying? What do you have in your gut?
I mean, I would think about a timeout here because, you know, you got to make some kind of adjustment.
Playing back to pass once again. Grass rolls off to his left.
Oh, his foot kicked it. What is that?
Unless they're calling a trip.
Okay, I don't understand this flag here.
Yeah. Ball's already on the ground. What do they call him? Pass interference?
They can't call pass interference because the kid didn't touch him till he fell down.
I'm guessing they waved it off, Brett. I mean, because right now, I mean, they're putting it back to third and 11.
This crew's had a rough night, Kevin. I mean, I hate to say it, but
And they're trying to start the play, and South Columbus is still trying to get a player off the field.
all right. 3rd and 10 for Whiteville.
Third and 10, third and 11. Two big plays for Whiteville, needing to get the ball in the end zone.
And you're in definite 2-down territory here, so.
McLean back to pass once again. And we got a hold coming back here. Touchdown will be nullified on the offensive holding.
I just don't understand the defense there by number 5.
We've got a penalty flag down back around the 30-yard line.
Go up and knock the ball down. Whiteville now shooting themselves in the foot. Another touchdown comes back.
Yeah, not too many calls for a third and 20 from your 34.
Yeah. But you never know. It is Whiteville and South Columbus. Halloween.
All we need right now is a black cat.
Penalty spots the ball back at the 33-yard line. It brings up 3rd and long.
Third and looks like about 20-21. Whiteville needing to get the ball to the
So if you're-
South Columbus 12.
If you're South Columbus, you got to put pressure on the quarterback here.
Whiteville back to pass once again. Dot pass.
Oh,
Caught.
my God.
He will be close to first down territory. Looks like he's got it.
That was a tight end just over the middle, just released.
First, now, looks like it'll be first and goal for the Wolfpack.
The tight end just went off untouched and quick, easy pitch and toss there for a first down.
Again, South has to guard for the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Backside handoff once again. Takes the ball to about the 5. Second to go on the 5. I don't know, bro. I think I'd use a timeout if I was South Columbus. Big moments, with precious little time left. 6:25 here to go in the 4th. Handoff once again. Stopped at about the 3. He'll scoot into the end zone. Wolfpack touchdown. Sabian Shipman takes the ball 5 yards into the end zone. And now we got, big doings here. You have, a couple of South Columbus players taking a knee right now, but you have a big 2-point conversion coming up where Whiteville could tie this game.
That big momentum has shifted, Kevin. Shifted back toward the Wolfpack.
Big Mo has gone back and forth all night long, Brett. 15-13, 6:13 to go here in the 4th. And if you're Whiteville, what do you call?
I'm going to give it to my big boy, and I'm going to tell him to run it. And then I'm going to put somebody behind him and push him in. Because they a lot of times don't call it. It's illegal to do the tush push, but they usually don't call it.
I'd almost be willing to go to that dot pass, depending on the kind of cushion they're getting from the South Columbus secondary.
Yeah. I'm giving it to the Shipman kid.
Crucial moments here if you're a Stallion fan on defense and a Wolfpack fan on the offense. And one play here, this is going to be one of those plays that they'll be talking about in the coffee shop down the road, for the rest of their life.
Looks like Kemp's going to be the only back. So it's going to be a pass.
And they're going to try and go with that dot pass.
Wide open.
And he's got it. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a brand new ball game.
Jesus. And this defense has just gone to sleep here this last, 6-7 minutes.
The question is, is it the fact that they've just been on the field so much and they've been playing really above their head all night long? Are they out of gas prep, or do you think they got one more drive left in them?
I hate to say it, but I believe a little bit of, hey, we've got this game won. We just try not to lose, and I think that came back and bit them a little bit.
Now we got 6.5. We got 6 minutes 13 seconds of a brand new ball game. Everything. What's past is prologue, and what happens in the next 6 minutes and 13 seconds is going to be replayed on on front porches for the rest of their life.
Coach Price had that play drawn up weeks ago. It's not something that they just came up with at his bread and butter go for 2 play that gets it about 90-some% of the time, and it worked again. Not covering the onside kick, being on your heels.
Ball taken on about the 5. He's got good lane up to the left, holding on to the ball. Taken all the way to the Stallion 43.
There's a
Number
flag.
2.
Oh, my God.
Jalen Hubbard.
Who is this flag on? This is going to be a big play. Could nullify a nice return or add to it. Flag on the opposite side. This may be another one that the officials wave off or have no idea what they're doing with this call.
Personal foul against the Stallions. Personal
against
foul.
both of them.
Looks like it's offsetting penalties.
I think they said, let's let it be both of them here.
And honestly, I think that's kind of the way you want it to be.
Yeah, and I didn't see what happened, so I
probably some jawing,
can't be the judge there. Well, this is what you want. 6 minutes left to go. The home team with the ball. Can they win the game here?
Stallion offense looking to string a couple of first downs together, just looking to pick up just a little bit of points. Easton McPherson looks like on that left-hand side once again, turns the corner, picks up a first down. McPherson with that sweep has been working all night long. Stallions again with Valdez can kick a field goal. He's already had one game winner, I think, this year.
Yeah.
If you don't have your heart in your throat, you really.
Yeah, I mean, it's just whoever wants it the worst here. There's going to be the counter. Nothing
Stop
there,
at the line
but make
of scrimmage,
something
but
of it.
Yeah, making something out of nothing, picking up 2 or 3 yards, keeping the sticks moving.
Easton McPherson, they're riding on his pants leg there.
And McPherson, is a, big, running back. He's a senior. I mean, that's what you do. You take your senior leaders right now and you ride them, on their last drive and go win this
And
thing.
if you notice, we hadn't said Gentry Thompson. He's actually hurt and he's out, so you can't go to him.
Inside counter to number 10,
Nice
Briar
play.
Johnson.
Nice
Heads up
play.
play makes it a manageable. Actually, it looks like he does have first down yardage.
They do move the sticks. No, they don't.
Third.
But you got 2 downs here, Kevin.
2 downs to get 1 yard.
Yeah. Don't throw it here, okay?
Okay.
All right, don't throw it here.
I'm telling you right now, they haven't done it all year. I mean, all night. But I would send Jackson Green just 1 yard quarterback sneak.
Well, with that arm, I don't think he probably will, but they do have him lined up there. No, that's going to be Briar Johnson.
Briar
for
Johnson.
First down.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage, picks up 2 or 3 more. Will move the sticks. Under 4 minutes to go here in the ball game. Stallions content to take as much time off the clock and put this thing in at the end zone and go for the win.
Both of these teams are right now probably running off adrenaline. Again, I'll go back to it. You got to be clean if you're South Columbus here. You want to stay in front of the chains. Hold on to the ball.
1st and 10 Stallions, ball on the 30. Once again,
They're trying to rip it from him. Gain of about what, 3, Kevin?
about 3, be 2nd and 7. We got an injured Stallion.
I think it's a cramp.
Yeah.
Looks like one of those cramp monsters.
Important for the Stallions, though, they're saving their timeouts.
Yeah.
This is an injury timeout, so it's not costing the Stallions. And right now, if you're the Stallions, I think you stay with that running game. Pound it in, pound it in, pound it in, and take as much time off the clock. And if you don't score here, make Whiteville go the length of the field and maybe 2.5 minutes.
But I think this injury goes advantage Whiteville because, now it's slowed down. Whiteville was on their heels. Now Whiteville gets some 0-2 over there on the sideline, and I just
But tell the truth,
hate
Brett.
it.
Don't
Stops
isn't this
momentum.
kind of the way it's supposed to end?
Yeah.
For a Whiteville South Columbus
Yeah.
game, conference championship game. This is kind of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you're South Columbus right now, what do you call him, Brett?
I got to get the ball in Easton McPherson's hands. I mean, he's got you there all night. I think he's the one that can make the play. I'm not passing it.
If you're the Stallions, you got 3 big plays to get this thing as far down that field as you can. At what point does Valdez become an option?
4th and goal from the 10. I think that would be the only option that would be Valdez. I really do. Because there's so many things that can go wrong on. I mean, he's already missed an extra point tonight. Not saying he can't do it, but it would have to be 4th and 10. And there's Easton McPherson again.
McPherson off to the left.
That's a horse collar.
Not a horse collar because he didn't bring him down with it.
Okay.
He broke the tackle.
Okay.
Important for the Stallions, though, Brett, they do pick up the first down.
And like I said, give it to Easton McPherson. He's been their bread and butter horse all night long. And
What
again,
you do is you rely on your senior leadership.
Yep.
And that's what Russell does, saying, Easton, take us home.
Yep.
Between him, Briar, Johnson, they're going to try to ride this thing to the end. And right now, I think South Columbus is going to say, let's take every second off the clock.
Yeah.
And we're either going to win this thing or time's going to expire.
Yeah, I don't think you want to give the ball back to Whiteville here. Oh, my God. What are they doing on this side? Okay. Sorry. I mean, the quarterback was like trying to get his offensive set, and these two on this side just jump. So that hurts. So now you're behind the chains.
You're talking about playing clean.
Yeah.
What is Valdez's range? If you have to kick a long field goal, what is Valdez's range?
You got to be within the 20. And that would be a 30-yard field goal.
Stallions right now are on the 24, first and 15. Inside handoff, picking up a good 6 or 7.
That's a good run there.
Logan Todd, big, important yardage for the Stallions.
Carry for the Stallions, number 7, Logan
Number 16, Braden Davis with the tackle for the Wolfpack. Stallions now inside the 20 at the 16. 2:39 to go. Stallions going to take as much time as they need. Briar Johnson checking back in for the Stallions, Brett. Giving Jackson Green another big option.
I still got to go with
McPherson.
McPherson again. I mean, hadn't let you down all night. That's going to be 3rd and about 3.
Briar Johnson with the carry brings it 3rd and 3. And I'm going to tell you something, Brett. If you looked at Johnson going through the hole, there was no way he was giving up that
Right.
ball.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had two
yeah.
big
He was
hooks on that
hunched
thing.
over. He was hunched over.
Yeah. He had both hooks on that thing, and it would have taken the jaws of life to get him off the ball.
I'm going to say it's going to come down to a 4th down play right here, Kevin. Even though it's 3rd down, I think it's going to come down to a 4th down play. I mean, it's the way the football gods draw it up.
Russell Dove, I'm going to tell you right now, has a big decision to make if he doesn't make the first down right here. Hand off
And
inside.
it doesn't. He
Picks
gets the
up
first
down.
down.
Yardage. A minute 38 to go. I believe he has, 2 timeouts or 3 timeouts?
I think so. And if you're Whiteville, you got to start thinking timeout.
In Valdez's range, as you said, you wanted him inside the 10.
Yeah.
They are now at the 8.
Yeah.
First down with a minute 32 to go. Important, again, to play clean football here. And right now, Valdez is an option at any point.
I'm wondering why Whiteville's not taking a timeout here. Because you got to save some time for your offense.
Hand off up the hand to Briar Johnson. Johnson all the way to about the 1. Desperately ripping at the ball as a Wolfpack.
I mean, you got to call. If you're Whiteville, you got to call timeout. I mean, I think you should have called it like 2 plays ago.
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, Brett, this is a moment these Stallion kids, if they can punch this thing in, are going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Because, listen, you're probably not going to stop South Columbus 2nd and 2, and they got 3 plays to get it. I just don't see that happening.
2nd and goal on the 2, 57 seconds to go. But these are the moments that when you guys are out at restaurants, guys our age, when they're sitting around talking, will be telling this story for years.
Yeah.
Do you remember way back when?
Yeah.
And
remember when?
And just these are the kind of moments that just kind of stick with you. And this will be in the folklore of a South Columbus Whiteville game for years.
Yeah, I'm just going back, clock management. If you're Whiteville, if you'd have called, timeout a while ago, you'd have had at least 30 more seconds left on the clock.
South Columbus got that first down with about a minute 30, minute 40 to go.
Yeah.
I thought for sure they'd call a timeout then.
Yeah. But you can't, if you're South Columbus, you can't have a penalty here. You got to be clean.
And you've got to hold on to the football. And the most important thing if you're a South Columbus fan right now is holding on to the football. Ball security paramount. 2nd and goal, ball on the 2. Legacies are built on nights like this. And again, talking to Franklin Davis, a lot of movement to be had. Touchdown, Stallions! Number 10, Briar Johnson with the touchdown. 58.6 to go. And extra point key here, Brett.
Yep.
If you're South Columbus, you need the extra point. Make Whiteville score at least a touchdown and get an extra point to tie you.
Do you go?
Valdez to kick the extra point.
Nobody blocking this end over here.
Kick is up.
Looks
And
good to
it
me.
is good. Our score with just under a minute. Stallions up 22-15. And your heart's in your throat on both sides right now, Brett. I think the kickoff return is going to be paramount. Where does Whiteville get the ball?
Yep.
And how much field do they have to cover?
Whiteville's got 59 seconds left.
Two timeouts, I believe.
2 timeouts. They would have had, probably if they'd used their timeouts early, they would have had 2 minutes with only 1 timeout. So would you rather have a minute left with 2 timeouts or 2 minutes left and 2 timeouts? So I guess that's what you would 2 minutes left with 1 timeout. I mean,
And
so that's the choice you made.
If I'm Oscar Valdez right now, I'm kicking that ball to Whiteville.
Oh yeah.
And I don't mean Whiteville the team. I'm talking about Whiteville the city.
I bet they don't squib kick it.
Yeah, I'm guessing they won't quick kick. Like I said, if I was him, I'd try to kick the cannon, which is down there in the South Columbus end zone on the far side by the scoreboard.
And you got to make sure that you cover all your lanes. I mean, you don't mind if Whiteville gets to, the 30 or whatever.
Again, this is how you want it to end. End of the regular season. South Columbus, Whiteville, 1 touchdown separating these 2 teams, less than a minute to go. And as we always talk about, the issue's still in doubt. Line driver goes all the way past, falling on about the 24. Just getting it back is the Whiteville defender, number 12, Emmanuel Kemp. For all the world, wanted to get back on that ball. It's going to be Whiteville ball on the 23, needing 77 big yards to, bring this game into overtime. $77 yards separating
So
Whiteville from the end zone.
no time went off the clock on that kickoff?
Apparently not.
Because it was 59 seconds when they kicked it off.
McLean back to pass once again.
Ball knocked down. Only 5 seconds goes off the clock there.
2nd down and 10. Again, Whiteville forced a pass spread, but other than those dot passes, and they'd have to string a bunch of them together, Whiteville has not shown the ability to throw the ball long tonight.
Well, they have thrown the Hail Mary about 4 times.
To limited success.
You're going to be in a prevent defense here if you're South Columbus. You don't want to get burned deep.
Dot pass once again, incomplete. 2 big plays right now. If you're South Columbus, you're sucking it up right now, and you're not feeling anything right now. You're riding on pure adrenaline with 2 plays to go, and you're 2 plays away from salting this thing away.
Well, watch on the left side of there, maybe a hitch and go, possibly, but they got 3 on 2 over there on this side.
Hand off. Thinking to maybe get the first down.
Doesn't get it though.
4th down and about 1.
And the clock runs, so Whiteville's probably going to have to take a time out there. They don't though.
4th and 1. In the shotgun. Quick dot pass. Up and complete.
South Columbus.
25.8 seconds ago. Down to 23.1. Still a long way to go if you're a Wolfpack fan. Nolan Thompson with the tackle and Phillip Smith. Whiteville takes their 2nd timeout.
So they have 1 more, right?
They have 1 to go. 23.1 to go. You need 57 yards to prolong this ball game. If you're the Stallions, I think not only is the clock your friend, but the sideline is your friend.
Yeah.
If you can stop them before the sticks, and force them to use that 3rd timeout,
Well,
or at least use more clock.
You're still going to play deep here. You're still going to give them 10 yards.
Again, but is there enough time to get those dot passes to get you to the end zone?
Well, 10 yards get out of bounds.
Yeah. Important here is also tackling.
Yeah.
And if the Stallions can get home with 3, down linemen, much to the better. Incomplete pass. The receiver was open. McLean under duress, throwing off that back foot once again, just couldn't get it to the receiver. 5 seconds come off the clock, and now we're down to 18-5. Second and 10 for the Wolfpack. McLean back to pass once again. Plenty of time. Throws it off the back foot.
Why is that a flag? Or it's got to be a hold.
Intercepted by the Stallions.
It's got to be a hold against Whiteville.
Question, is that a hold or did we have a roughing the passer?
It can't be roughing the passer because holding
against
that's game.
The Whiteville Wolfpack. Stallions intercept. Who had the interception?
I don't know who had the interception because I was looking. Let me go try to find out.
Stallions with the big interception looks to ice this thing. Stallion faithful going crazy. Stallions have not beat the Wolfpack in the last couple of years, and they're dancing on the sidelines and on the track and in the bleachers.
Nobody knows the Stallion.
And there's jubilation on this side right now. Stallions need to take one knee and they can end this ball game. Hold was declined. The interception salts this game away, Brett. And Stallions have not beat the Wolfpack since when?
It's been a while.
At least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
We got unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Stallions. I think they got called for an excessive celebration there, which you can kind of understand. The question, if you're the Stallions, is don't back up too far.
Yeah. Just take a knee and shake their hands. Great game, both ways. Whiteville came storming back. South Columbus bent but did not break.
Ball blown in. Victory formation. And that should be the ball game.
Wow, Kevin.
Final score is South Columbus 22, Whiteville 15. And I'll tell you something, Brett. Neither team has something to hang their heads about because they gave it everything they had. I mean, that's a championship football game, Brett.
Yeah. Forget what everybody said about South Columbus's defense. That South Columbus couldn't stop, anybody, and they came and stopped Whiteville. They bent a little bit. Whiteville had that push for about 4 or 5 minutes. South didn't cleanly finish, but made a stop when they needed to, and in a big offensive series, marched down, ran the time off the clock, and there you go.
I mean, here's the thing, Brett. If you look at it from just perspective, the South Columbus offense has been carrying the water most of the year. South Columbus defense carried the water all night long until it was time for the offense, because the offense said, okay, we've got this thing. And, the South Columbus offense carried the water those last 4 minutes to win the ball game.
Yeah. And, this wasn't really the game I expected from seeing both of these teams play. I thought it would be a higher scoring game. I would have never guessed that South Columbus defense would hold Whiteville tonight to 15 points. But Whiteville just didn't look like, they didn't look like it was clicking. I mean, quarterback really a lot of Hail Marys, a lot of hope throws. The only thing they could get was maybe like a little 8-yard pass, and they worked on that and did well with that. But besides that, nothing with the passing game. And just South Columbus stood up and stopped those stout running backs for the Wolfpack.
And I'll tell you, Brett, I mean, there's a lot for both these schools to look at coming into playoff time. There's going to be a lot of shifting sands over the weekend with who beats who and who doesn't beat who, those kind of things. But I think if you're Whiteville, you see some things that, if corrected, can really give you a deep run. I see with South Columbus, if the defense can play the way they play tonight as they enter the playoffs, there's no reason they couldn't make a run.
Right. Now, if I'm correct, does this make a three-way tie?
Three-way tie for the conference championship with South Columbus, Whiteville, and South Brunswick of all people.
Yeah. Because, what gets me is, and I talked about it earlier, Whiteville just dominated South Brunswick. I mean, like 40-7.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's why I thought coming in here that, that it would be a tall task for the Stallions. But, senior night, at home, Halloween, you never know what's going to happen. And, the Stallion faithful and Stallion football team got to win tonight.
That's a great picture. I mean, and if you're Whiteville, nothing to hang your head up about, Brett, but it does seem like they were a bit hung over from that big win against Red Springs last week.
Yeah, and it's like they never Whiteville. It's like they never got off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were in a lull the whole time until that about the 6-minute stretch there. Just not the traditional Whiteville team that you see pumped up and would put big hits on you and stuff like that. Just didn't see that tonight. And I thought with Whiteville having some of their key players back, that might give them a little bit of momentum into this game and get the kids going. But, Whiteville's got a lot of injuries. I mean, one thing that hurts their receiving game right now is that Jake Odom, their premier receiver, is out for the year with a broken collarbone. And, that hurts them, and they had to rely on their running backs, and it just didn't happen for them tonight.
And I'll tell you something, Brett. Now that the regular season is over, we take our Parson hat off. We're all Vikings, or we're all Gators, or we're all Stallions or Wolfpack. But now we take the hats off, and we are rooting for all of Columbus County now. And each one of our teams has some opportunities in the state playoffs. They'll begin next week. The question is where and when and who and why. And you're looking at a lot of things going on. But now we're all Columbus County fans. We're rooting for all 4 schools.
Yeah, a great game here tonight, and that's what you wanted. You wanted to see a good game, and if you're a Stallion faithful, you liked the outcome. If you're a Wolfpack faithful, you didn't like the outcome, but it was competitive.
Hey, guys, we can hear y'all.
So,
So, I mean, looks like, we might have a chance for a home game or 2. In the county. I don't know what we'll be doing about covering playoffs. I know we got a lot of moving pieces right now. We got basketball coming up. Brett and I will be doing basketball starting in January. We might, try and do some stuff with, the Southeastern as far as, using some of their video folks. I want to thank the great young gentleman. I don't have his name right handy. His name is Michael. Came down from Southeastern to help us film tonight.
Okay.
McKenna Ware-Rudnick helping us film tonight. Jeff Rudnick, our great producer. Brett and I, work with the great folks at Southeastern and Columbus Career and College Academy. We want to thank you all for helping us out with, some great football coverage this year.
Yep.
And all 4 teams in the playoffs just getting started. There's plenty of football yet to be played, but this is our last football broadcast for the year. We want to thank everybody who helped out, helped provide information, scores, from the other schools that we were not at down that evening. We got a lot of folks that help us out and send us information and scores and, detailed things. So we want to thank all those folks. Brett and I will be back. It'll be year 9 for me next year. I think year 5 or 6 for Brett.
Yep.
And
God willing, we will be back.
Willing.
Yeah, God willing, we'll be back.
I'll be going to Hawaii in December, so I'm telling you, if I don't get blown off the map by the volcano, I will be back for coverage in January.
Yeah, but like I said, stay tuned to to playoffs for both of these teams. We won't know until probably, I don't know if they release them Saturday or Monday. I'm not exactly sure.
Talking to Franklin, he said Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. So, if you're a Whiteville fan or a South Columbus fan, go and support your teams. Possibility that both of these may be home. These kids like to see you in the stands. Like I said, we will not be live, and want to thank everybody back home that our listeners that do follow us every week. Got sort of like a cult following with people telling me, thank you for putting up with us, and we've had a great year, so thank you all for being a part of it.
Okay, our 2026 basketball schedule, I did promise you that earlier tonight. We'll start off on January 9th, West versus West Bladen over at West Columbus. The be followed up by East versus Hopton. January 23rd, we'll have South versus West Bladen. January 30th, East versus West. February 6th is West versus Hopton, and February 13th is South and Whiteville. So we get a chance to see all schools go to all 3 gyms at least twice. We have, I think we'll see East 3 times and everybody else twice. So it really works out. But you got to be happy for both these communities. They got a lot to look forward to. Big, game night on senior night for the Stallions. Brett and I will be back in just a little while. Just a few ticks to the clock. And do not forget, tomorrow night, turn your clocks back an hour for daylight savings time. And we will see you just after the first of the year for high school basketball on the Columbus County Sports Network.